Ever battle a blind swordsman?
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 5th edition of the Sento Showdown. The moment everybody's been waiting for. Sending off Mortal Kombat 1 with $1,000 pot for this tournament. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Hope everybody's doing great. We got a great show this weekend with a different format for all the competitors. And it's going to be a great one. So once again, welcome everybody. This is the Sento Showdown Season 5. We are celebrating 5 years of the Blind FGC, the premier Blind FGC event. So welcome everybody. And before we begin officially, I would like to start by giving a quick shout out to everybody who's been part of this organized tournament. That's, takes a while because we want to make sure we can deliver the best we can for you guys. And of course, this time around, as y'all can already tell, we're rather than doing physical prizes, we wanted to focus on just providing cash prizes for our competitors this time around with $1,000. Now, before I continue, just a quick reminder, a friendly reminder that we do have a Matcherino page where you can use coupons, and you can also donate to the pot if you want to increase it. You want to see these players get paid. We want to send off this game, the most accessible fighting game for the Blind FGC, courtesy of NetherRealm Studios. So we want to do that. And I want to give a quick shout out to, of course, the people that work behind the scenes. Let's start with the trailer, Blindside Blue doing the script. We also have the return of Vic Chao, our good friend Vic Chao, the voice of Goro and MKX, and then later on, and Kenshi as well. So we're very happy to have him back. And of course, shout outs to Jennissary for the audio descriptions, TQT, and of course, all of our volunteers as well. Sikitani in the chat, Rorschach, Pneumonia, and of course, by popular demand, we got one of the best commentators in the Blind in the FGC overall. But before we get to that, we do want to go over a few house rules and everything. So this time around, of course, we got the team of Captain Earshot and Mr. kevinmcolon once again back to commentate this badass epic battles going on this weekend. So without further ado, we're going to start first. I want to bring in Captain Earshot so we can discuss some of the house rules and anything that's related to the tournament. So Captain Earshot, take it away.
Hey, what's going on, Rattlehead? What's going on? Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm excited for another year of the Sento Showdown, man.
It's looking really, really solid. We have all of our players on time. It looks like everybody is ready and itching to play. So we are just going to fly through some of this information to make sure that we're just checking in with everybody. Again, remember that today and tomorrow, these matches will be first to twos. You are playing on a team, so potentially way more games, deciding what happens there. So first to twos and point players versus point players. Please pay attention to which position you are on. If you are player 1 on your team, you are the point player. If you are player 2, you are the anchor player. And you should not be playing another point player unless you are engaging in a tie-breaking set. So we have that just so that people don't get confused as to who's playing who and at what point. So when we do the invites, we'll have teams join the lobbies and have the player 1 positions exit AFK so that they can engage in their matches. And then after that, once the first 2 has happened, we'll go ahead and transition the 2 anchor players into the lobby. So we can have that go a number of ways. We can just make sure if it looks like we're coming up on the end of a match, you can hit start and then X to confirm to get out of AFK there, and you'll be all queued up to hit the next match. So really important if just so that for this so that the lineups are smooth on stream, we want to make sure everybody is exiting AFK in that order. So the other thing, definitely making sure that we are keeping track of our teammates. If someone goes MIA, we would appreciate your help with just keeping up with those folks. We are giving about a 5-minute grace period for those that we don't hear from. So no communication means you will be DQ'd into the lower bracket. If you are in the lower bracket and there is no communication from your team or a team member, then that's unfortunately going to have to be a DQ in the interest of moving things along. But yes, so definitely let us know what you're hearing, and we can work with you as long as we have some kind of heads up. And then we do have a very spruced up looking bracket here that Kevin will definitely get to share with us a little bit more about. But in the interest of just talking a little bit about what we can expect. So up through today, we will be playing up until losers round 2, winners and losers round 2. So that's a grand total of 10 games. We will try to get as many of those games on stream as we can, depending on just the pacing and the time. We do want to stick to that 4 to 5 hour stream and be mindful of Kevin's time and all the volunteers in the chat, and your time as well. So if it comes down to fast pacing, we can definitely make sure we get as many of those matches going. Otherwise, we will ask that you play your matches off stream. And thank you to everyone who added Rorschach to your WB friend list, because he's going to be the one to set up those matches. Make sure you're set up in scrimmage. For those who are a little bit more seasoned, feel free to take the initiative and invite teams and help kind of move things along. But otherwise, you can expect Rorschach to help set up those matches and make sure you're getting your games in. Now, when you're reporting your scores, it's very important. You're reporting a collective score so that we can update that on the bracket. So you're tallying up however many wins that you get versus your opponent's wins. So the first player to reach 4 wins on a team is the advancing player. So any combination thereof, it could be a 4-0, 4-1, 4-5. That's potentially game 3s the whole way and something crazy. We want to see those on stream, definitely. So make sure that you let us know what those scores are so we can go ahead and update them. You can get an optimized bracket for you all. There are 2 brackets. So there is a command for each one. Rattlehead, what are the commands for the brackets?
Okay, so I just put it in the chat for the brackets. The main, well, not the main, but the challenge bracket, if you want to keep up with the matches, is ! bracket. It's in the chat. And then for the accessible version, the Google Docs version, is ! bracket 2.
Excellent. Okay, so yes, so we will have the challenge bracket, which will sort of show visually what the scores are as we go along, and we will have the Google Doc that reflects those names that are advancing into the next match. So again, we're playing up through semifinals today, and tomorrow we will figure out who advances into grand finals, and then which of the 3 remaining teams will play it out in quarterfinals, losers quarterfinals, all the way to a potential showdown in the grand finals match. So this year we are sharing the glory, and those who win will be crowned team champions. So what will they be playing for? That's that 1K burger that you see. So 500 split evenly amongst the first place, 250 each. We have 250 for second place, $125 each. We have 150 for third place, $75 each, and $100 for fourth place, for $50 for each of those teams. So as the pot grows, we hope that it does. We can continue to add on to that reward, and yeah, starting out pretty hefty. So again, like Rattlehead said, we couldn't do this without the players and without the support from the volunteers that are putting in the time to do this. And so I think together we are making magic happen here. And again, Kevin on the turntables, thank you for joining me. Really, really excited to have you here. We can certainly transition our way and start talking a little bit about what we expect to see for this first round 1 of games.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are as excited as I am for the beginning of the end. This year's Sento Showdown. We've got 8 teams of beefy competitors lined up, ready to compete. And the first one, again, seeded, if you guys weren't there last night, with us watching the process of this, seeded by random shuffle. And we got quite a doozy to start off, as No Vision and Rattlehead will be taking on Captain Earshot and Blurry Cedo for our first round 1 winners pools match. So it's going to be a doozy off the bat already. We're going to, in the background, get those invites out as we prepare for this matchup. Actually, while I'm thinking about that, should we get Rorschach in here to handle those invites? I don't think anybody sent him one, and I don't think I have him to do it.
I got you.
Yeah,
I'll
so
go ahead and send him out.
We're going to get Rorschach in here to start working on those invites. Of course, Rattlehead and Earshot are already in here. And again, just to recover the format while we wait, in case you guys have forgotten, this is a Pokemon style, as we like to call it, 2v2 format. And there is no, there is no little switch out, do-wop these mid-match. These competitors have come up with their team lineup, and they're going to be adhered to it throughout the entirety of the bracket for today's half and tomorrow's half, when we start getting into that top 4 pseudo top 8 situation based on the amount of players that we have. When you are invited to the room, you will be on auto AFK, so don't feel the need to un-AFK yourself. Just join the room and be ready. Actually, Earshot, if you could, I think you un-AFK to just AFK for a bit until everybody gets in here, just to play it safe. But yeah, so for our first team with the deadly... No, sorry, not that. I'm mixing myself up. Forgive me, guys. Project X13. We're going to have No Vision starting off as the point for that team, with Rattlehead coming up as the anchor behind. No Vision, known for having a strong Melina. Rattlehead, obviously, a bunch of these competitors have different characters, but Rattlehead, I think if you go over the majority of his career, has mostly been known and kind of linked almost spiritually with Scorpion. That is a character that's on the roster. We'll see who Rattlehead feels like playing as he progresses through bracket today, depending on results. And then on the side of Captain Earshot and Blurry Cedo, where we have team Controlled Chaos, Earshot will be starting off. So that leads into the potential of a Melina mirror, depending on how these competitors want to rep out their character rosters, with Cedo coming up from behind, which you guys know, if you talk to him enough, is his favorite thing to do. So that'll be 2 interesting matchups. So we'll start off again with No Vision versus Earshot. We'll then go into game 2 with Rattlehead versus Cedo. And if neither team has secured a 2-0 victory at that point, we will go into a tiebreaker between whoever is remaining. So we'll see. Again, independent matches are first to 2. So this will be the first team to get to 4 victories will move on and progress. And of course, we'll update both the challenge bracket and the accessible bracket as those matches go along. Earshot and Rattlehead both in positions where you guys gotta love them. We were talking about this a little bit before we went live today. Took a real big backseat, I want to be honest, last year to make sure the Sento Showdown got to run efficiently for everybody. I see Earshot getting ready to tell me something. What's up, King?
Yes, and we can have No Vision exit AFK whenever he's ready. I believe he's in the hill too.
Okay. So, yeah, Vision, if you'd like to do that, go ahead. And we're going to start getting this first matchup underway with these competitors here. Let's get these team graphics out of your way. Let's get this scoreboard up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in for a doozy as we begin winners pools. And again, you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, if you can, if not, I'm letting you know, there's a Matcherino amount there that right now we have our $1,000 base plus $1.25, okay, $1.25. We've got Matcherino codes. If you head over to the site, if you can find the contribute button on the right hand side of the screen, there's a claim code option. We've got somewhere around 46 to 45 codes left. Each one will continue to add money to the pot, and if you'd like to donate, Matcherino, relatively accessible, you'll be able to do it there. With that said, we've got a Earshot going up first, prepping, and we are going to get that Melina mirror that we were excited about. So let's see how this one progresses. This is going to be quite a doozy. So we've got 2 potential things that are going to come up here. Character knowledge between the 2 of them, especially when you're dealing in the mirror. This will be a little... I'm going to chance one slight curse. It's a little fuck nutty, okay? You got a lot of slippery sliding that's going to go on with these randomized ball rolls trying to locate your opponent's character. And then, of course, the cameo choice independently here will give us a big idea as to how this matchup should progress meta-wise, where it seems Earshot is locking in on the Scorpion, at least he's hovering over it for now, and Vision looking to do the same. If we get the Scorpion, keep in mind, we've just got really big 2-touch Timmy routes. You get into Melina's routing, get them locked into your special move, and then use Scorpion for just pickups to get her like net 50% damage combos if you're in the right situation. With something like that, it might just come down to who gets hit first. So we'll see how that neutral progresses as the matchup begins.
I can't
All right, let me pop in here too. Yeah, definitely. I'll try to be not as biased as I can because obviously this is my teammate. But we do actually have the Molina mirror, as a matter of fact. So let's see how they adapt to each other.
All right, let's see.
Round 1, fight.
Earshot gonna start off. A little bit of backup, trying to get the pickup off the projectile, but is able to connect with the 1-2 anyway. And here's the pickups we're talking about. Look at his net 40% damage combo, and I like the end with the teleport too to make sure that he has a great idea of what his OP situation is off of that exchange. And No Vision just keeping it simple, trying to go for, you know, respectfully Dookie Molina mix off the Scorpion pickups to see what we can secure here. And of course you can notice that it's a lot of scrambles, and this will kind of under my assumption be the pacing of the matchup, right? It's going to be a tremendous amount of scrambles up until these two back up, and then the most careful, oh my god, the pickup from full screen. This is why we fear Captain Earshot off a projectile. I mean, at this point, yeah, just chip damage, pretty much secured a win con off a full screen projectile. This is the type of stuff with this team you have to be concerned about. Rada, how would you feel having to be constantly concerned about Molina side's full screen every single time you want to approach?
Oh, it really throws you off because I mean you have that mentality of like borrow might be coming soon too though, right? Mm-hmm. So it's very tricky to kind of deal with, especially full screen. You do not want to keep her full screen. And another thing too with this character, once she has you in the corner, like if you look at this right now, right, the pressure that she deals once she has you in the corner, it's really hard to get out with that forward 4. You know, you never know what's coming. It's an armor breaker on top of that. So if you know you gotta kind of hold it. You better hope to, like, you know, you basically just gotta wait for a mistake at that point because it's overwhelming.
And so far, Earshot making the most of it, securing the first victory here. He's going to get a point on the board for his team. Remember, again, these independent matches are 1st to 2 as we progress. So No Vision, not necessarily down and out from the tournament on round point, but this one will put Rattlehead in a rough position where he'll have to secure victories over his next 2 opponents, depending. Earshot getting a pretty pivotal important round start victory for his team. Let's see if he can continue to do so. Is Vision switching over to the Raiden?
So I'm a believer of this with his Raiden. I know, like, when he first started, he's actually started with this character. So I want to see how comfortable he feels with this character. You know, he does have he tends to go with either Serena or sometimes Kano. We'll see what the pick will be for the cameo. But he does have a pretty good Raiden. He's got everything, all the damage, the mix. Going to Goro.
Scorpion.
Yeah, I mean, Goro is a solidified pick, so this has kind of become like a pseudo option. We can remember in the past how difficult it was to deal with the Raiden Kano team. They essentially could just do whatever they wanted and rep it ad nauseum and always be safe. Goro introduces similar concepts to Kano in different ways, being able to connect with the Goro pickup, but then also gives you, in some instances, easier routes to throw combos, depending on the spacing, where you don't have to be so concerned about timing the knives in such a way. And similar chip sequences, I think the biggest difference that you have to concern yourself with is the difference in cameo cooldown, but even that has been adjusted for Goro over time. So decent concept for a team. I'd also like to thank Mr. Claw in the background for bumping up the match arena with some codes, getting us to $1,002.75. We'll be keeping an eye on that as we progress. And again, for those who have the ability to notice it on screen, the amount again will be in the bottom right, where we'll be giving you live updates as we move forward. And yeah, that forward 4, such a pivotal string from Raiden. Very sneaky ability to low profile a surprising amount of tech in this game if you're willing to time in. And of course, the range on it, just unbelievable. And so far, No Vision. Oh, could have got maybe a bigger pick up there, but he's finding his routes.
Nice. That one right on the board. Let's go.
Yeah, Rattlehead talking about the importance and how much he believes in this Raiden team. And so far, it seems like for good reason. There's a pretty pivotal starter forcing Captain Earshot to spend the meter, who walks into the string again. And with his corner routing, ladies and gentlemen, keep this damage. It's going to get you upset. We're going to take that 39 for Oki. Nice with the back 2 again. And now we're just, again, what did we coin it, guys? Dookie mix.
Nice jump. What Captain tends to do, too, he depends on a lot of players using their forward strings, and he'll like NJP to stuff it. He's really good at that, but No Vision puts himself on the board.
Yeah, getting himself back in there. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where it gets pivotal. Next point is going to secure essentially all of the momentum for the first team. Will Controlled Chaos be able to eliminate No Vision, or will Project X13 put Captain Earshot on the back burner, forcing Sento to have to carry the rest of the weight in this first game? And I will say in advance, we were talking about this last night, if you guys were there for the Sento Showdown Shuffle. That's what we'll start calling it every year. I'm coining it now.
Let's go.
Be prepared if you potentially get the losing team here in loser's bracket. They're going to be angry. Of course, we all love each other, but at the end of the day, we're all competitors. We keep it in game, but nobody wants to give it up here.
Nobody wants to lose, man. You know, like that's a position none of these players want to be in.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna beat you up for it, but I will be upset about it for 5 minutes. I might even call you names behind your back.
Round 1.
Or text them to you directly. You know.
And No Vision just brazenly starting off with that kick string again from Raiden. Not really a lot of counterplay to the string once it connects. There are some options, but they tend to get armor broken out by the double hitting second portion of the string. And right now, Captain Earshot with the drip fit on Melina. One of the best skins she got in this game. Securing some momentum again. And now a failed anti-air attempt from Vision, who tried to get that jab out preemptively.
Nice block. You can tell he does know this character. As I say that, of course, you know, commentary's curse. Nice
It's a weird one because usually if I'll talk about it after this. Scoop forcing the breaker from Earshot again. Oh, and they're just a hair away. It's literally the next connect gets the round. Oh, he went for the Goro shenanigans scoop, and Earshot goes to the fatal blow cancel, dropped it. But Vision wasn't ready for the mix. Yeah, Melina's one of those characters where it's hard because generally, you know, depending on the fighting game, NRS titles are usually one where the suggestion is going to be to crouch block. But Melina, it's almost inverse. You almost want to stand block everything she does and then crouch if you think a low is coming. It's really hard to rewire your brain. And Earshot taking full advantage of that. Connects with the kick string. Vision has to break, but he is on death's door right now. And he immediately eats the low side. Captain Earshot making the comeback of the century to secure that first point for his team. And unfortunately, eliminate No Vision from this first battle in the least, putting all of the pressure on Rattlehead.
All right.
All right, let's take a dip back over to the commentary scene real quick. We'll get a little discussion about how that went as we prep for the second half of this matchup. Well, Rattlehead will have to try to get himself back in here. We'll see how this goes. All right, Earshot, if you can hear me, you're on cam. How did that feel? You're muted in Discord also still. There we are.
All right, we are back. No, dude, this I gotta say, this format is stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the fact that these matches go so lightning fast. And Kevin, I'm gonna rejoin the hill as well so that I can stay AFK.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no. Vision, you
Rattlehead, will you be able to send the invite to Sento?
Blurry, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Blurry, yeah.
Yeah, mate.
The fact that that mirror was like in full effect,
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the call too. So.
Gotcha. Clearly, I'm still shaking. Like I'm out of practice. I'm out of practice, Kevin.
Yeah,
so
no, makes sense though. Makes sense.
We are surviving out here.
It's hard, man, in those situations.
Yes, away from keyboard. Blurry. I believe Rattlehead is sending him the invite. If not, I can do that as well.
We'll see. I think Rattlehead's gonna have it, but I'll give him a minute to see.
Gotcha. And then the Raiden pick, of course, afterwards. It's so scary because staggers upon staggers just chip away at your health, and you're really stuck trying to figure out what to do at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So No Vision's GG's, dude. Like, that was a hell of a match to get me warmed up here.
Yeah, and it's one of those too. It's like, of course, the caveat too is that also introducing that like 2v2 format also puts the pressure on you of trying to not like mess it up for your team.
Absolutely,
which is a fun thing to have to mentally juggle while you're in the mix of dealing with everything else.
The dynamic of thinking about pulling your own weight and also trying to just knowing what you know about your teammates, I think is always like it's that song and dance of like, okay, you gotta do what you can, and then hope for the best, right? It's that combination of things happening. Let's see.
Okay, so I'm assuming Rattlehead has sent it out.
Okay.
I'll double check too, because I imagine I'll have Cito on my
have
friends list as well.
Oh, okay, perfect. Let's all spam him.
Yeah. One of them will have to work, eh, guys?
All right, did the invites go through?
We're seeing. I saw that you un-AFK'd. I'm assuming. What is Cito's PSN?
It should be.
Is it still blind?
Yeah, blind.
Blind City. Yeah, I got him right here.
Yeah, I sent the invite. I don't know if it
Okay.
went through or not.
All right, we're mid-game spamming him. We'll take it off. Hold on, we lost Earshot's webcam. All right, we're back up.
And we're back. Yeah. Minor troubleshooting over here.
All right, no problem.
Okay.
All right, let me get us back to the gameplay scene here. So again, guys, we'll take a quick look at these team graphics here, and as we'll note again, no vision eliminated from his side of the team with Rattlehead. So again, as we wait for Cito to make his way in here, all of the pressure now is on Rattlehead to eliminate first Cito once he's in, who again has a Rolodex of characters to be concerned about, right? He has the Havoc. He also, who else did we have noted for him?
Yeah.
I mean, he's always a Johnny fan, so he'll never not have a pocket Johnny, right? Like that's just his
Right.
spirit animal at that point. And the Cyrax piece, they got
No,
a lot
it's
of
Peacemaker.
the Peacemaker. Oh, which is arguably worse. and you know, it's not the full level casino gameplay,
Look,
but it is
Rattlehead.
concerning. And Rattlehead also has that little Rolodex too, where he likes to switch from the Scorpion to the Cyrax. And as you can see, game one here, we're going with the Cyrax bow. So we're prepping for full levels of casino gameplay. Cito over here just trying to basically put the dog down, and Rattlehead, a rabies-infected pup, just trying to spread his disease of chaos as we fight
Did
here.
you ever play the Cyrax when it got released?
I fortunately avoided it, but I've seen more than enough to understand what I'm missing. It has not been, I'll tell you something, it has not been the most inviting visual to watch what the team is capable of. Oh, nice pickup from Cito, but yeah, no ability to confirm with the Eagly there.
In the check. There's that command grab.
Yeah,
Starts
that
the
back
combo
one
here.
tug. And now you have entered the casino, ladies and gentlemen. You take a guess. Where do you think we're going? Oh, the armor.
Oh, we are
break.
going back to the corner, apparently.
And this is the problem here too, is that Cito can get a lot go. Oh, there's the confirm again. He's able to pick up. Yeah, that zoning gameplay is going to be very pivotal. Rattlehead will have the ability to get some confirms in here with Cyrax, but kind of does need to close the gap to get those started. That trade is going to be useful.
Wow, yeah. He gets launched by that overhead. Here we go. Corner pressure. Peacemaker is going to get out of there with the torpedo and covering all bases with Kano. Nice.
Zeke continuing to try to manage his spacing again to avoid this goop cloud that Cyrax loves to throw out. Ends up falling victim to it for now. This is going to be Rattlehead's big chance to kind of get some comeuppance here. We need this momentum.
This should be enough to close it out with the chip.
Oh, and got him with the
No,
back one
he
again.
believes.
Yeah, spending the breaker there is very brave. Beautiful confirm off the whip. We've got a lot of ground to make up here in the American reset. Are you kidding me? Rattlehead, oh my god, is ripping out these wake-ups, trying to chip out Cito. We go with the Kano knife to confirm it to the fatal blow, and Rattlehead does not have the ability to lock it down. He's going to suffer a round loss here for that. He was up at about, I swear, ladies and gentlemen, at 90% life when this all started. And Cito, with his brazen ability to just go for it anyway, made the comeback. Guys, if you want to talk about pivotal Sento Showdown moments in the history of history, this Cito comeback on Rattlehead might be one of the biggest ones we've ever seen. Oh my god.
Peacemaker is going to take that one with the robbery of a sentry there.
Yeah, we've got to see. Rattlehead's going to have one more opportunity to bring this back. Again, first to twos in this environment. First team to get up to 4 wins. But Cito's very close to securing and locking those down for his team already. Rattlehead really going to have to figure out how he wants to mount this comeback here. And he's going to stick it out with the Cyrax team. Let's see how effective that'll be.
And, you know, part of what we saw happening was a lot of the trades, most times, you know, prior to this last patch, Cyrax essentially was winning out on a lot of those trades with anyone. But Peacemaker having a unique, you know, property to a lot of his projectiles, mainly being that pushback, the knockdown. Not to mention the Kano you saw come out a few times to cover any, you know, stray eagly toss or the gunshots there, or even the anti-gravity. So at all points, really making it so that Rattlehead is looking at his options, when to let go of block, when not to let go of block. A lot of those buttons that were catching the Cyrax were unfortunately due to some antsy, you know, insistence on closing out that game. He did have the life lead, and it sort of slipped away because those stray hits were just coming one after the other. And so the value of just holding your ground when you have the lead is going to be super important going into this, potentially this last game.
Oh my god, and he just lets the eagerly rip from full screen, and lucky for Rattlehead, Cito wasn't able to confirm the pickup. This is not going to be his opportunity again. The problem with Cyrax, I'm sure you all know, but I'll toss out a reminder just in case anyone is unfamiliar. The second she connects with a hit, if you do not have breaker, there's a full chance you lose that entire round. You've got about 3 opportunities to guess correctly on what would be nice if they were only 50-50s, but tech traps, spacing traps, jailing combos, unblockables, hard to blockables. She has so many different ways to approach her mixed scenario. You really have to be locked in on both the potential of what she can do and your reactions to get out. It's going to be on Rattlehead to secure those confirms, though. He's getting a couple of straight hits and is not getting the lockdown into Goop, which is so desperately needed. And of course, Cito taking advantage of that obnoxious Peacemaker float. Not only does it do egregious chip, he's relatively safe if you do not up-block him. Rattlehead will have to consider that as an option.
Ready for those teleports as well, yeah. Ready for those teleports, using that Kano to just close the distance. You know, I think the tendency is to try and challenge staggers, but Kano changes the game. Look at that. That anti-gravity totally covered by the knife tosses. And so it's just something that he's going to have to look out for. Play a little bit extra patient. There's the teleport. He's going to get the combo here.
And mind you, too, preemptively from Rattlehead, it was teleported to micro duck, got himself under the jab response from Cito, who's been using those to kind of vibe check his approach, and was able to get a situation there. Try to go for the second time, the timing not so pivotal. Does get his wake up though, and the armor break off the forward one. Here we're going to go into group setups again. Cito's got one good chance to guess. I don't know if he will get the amount of meter needed to save himself in time, but the whiff from Rattlehead, and this could be game ending. Cito with the drop also, trying to go for the optimal confirm, and Rattlehead manages to find the mark again with that buzzsaw. Needs this round here to keep himself alive. Cito again trying to put the dog down if possible.
There's that punish.
Oh, the whiff. If he would have just waited as well, and Cito with the lockdown. He's got the corner pressure. Now, beautiful up block from Rattlehead. Tossing out bombs, trying to be very cautious about the approach. Cito not taking the bait. Full block on the torpedo. This is big, but the Kano knives off screen. Yeah. The old Shuwapti.
Right.
Yeah, it's so much worse too because you have to, I mean, obviously if there's any community that's going to be paying attention to the audio, but even in then it's hard to always track that Kano's getting called out, and you have to respond at some point. Pivotal gunshots here, too far to get answered there. Rattlehead needs the dream sequence of a lifetime right here, and then he needs to do it all over again. Let's see if it's capable of it.
Now Cyrax won't be able to drain the meter. Yeah, he tried to go for the meter drain. He doesn't have the bar for it.
He's going to give himself problems whipping those forward ones. He's got Fatal. But he's going to have to lock it in before Cito gets the ability to break. He's got to cash out. He's continuing to go for the mix. He cannot afford to block anything here. Oh my god, does this work? No,
it doesn't!
He gets anti-gravitied on for a lifetime, and I really like the idea of what Rattlehead went for there. If he was not at pixel health, if he could have afforded to take the damage from the anti-gravity. I will also note, guys, Cito, I love you, but Halloween was forever ago, brother. Please. So with that, we get the full elimination from winner side of Team Project X13. And it is going to be, oh, the graphics got a little switched up there. the name's on the wrong side. Let me do a little flippy flip real quick. Hold on, chat. Ooh, so here we go. Take a screenshot. Team Rattlehead and No Vision, unfortunately, gone from winner side. We'll get updates on both the challenge bracket and the accessible bracket momentarily. Let's take a little visit back to the commentary scene and talk about what we just witnessed as we prepped this next matchup. Also, while we have a second, I'll take a quick moment to also thank Katanya for contributing to the match arena. I see the coupon code claim. Thank you, Queen. We expect no one else.
Thank you.
Based on bracket, guys, our next matchup to go underway will be the Deadly Alliance versus Deadly Venoms. That'll be a fun one. Let me just get scores reported here, and then we'll talk about it. Rattlehead, how you feeling?
Hey man, I'm with Captain, dude. This format is so stressful.
Stressful, huh?
I can't, dude. I can't. Oh my god, you know, like to the point where I was just dropping all of my basic stuff, and just because I'm thinking of every possibility. Because he uses Kano as a safety net after the torpedo.
Yes.
So it is hard, like, to actually punish that. I was thinking of going Sub-Zero on this matchup, but then I lose sort of like my setups that I do get with Madame Bo. I was also thinking, and I don't know if y'all noticed too, I did drop that combat in the corner where I was actually trying to take away his meter, and it dropped, and so that's pretty much what killed me. Because after that I would have left him without meter. I could have gotten a good setup, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, that's once you're in it, you know, you think of what you could have done, but it's too late now, you know. So that's how it is right now. That's how it feels right now. Hey, did I go AFK, by the way?
Yes, you did. You're all good. We're just
awesome.
I don't know who's gonna send invites. We have next up on the docket, ladies and gentlemen, Team Deadly Alliance, which will be Thumbless Combat, who is here replacing RC CashFlow, who was going to be there originally.
It's actually a debut. Can we talk about that? Actually, one of the things about Sento Showdown is that, you know, we will definitely want to debut players. I think he does come from the Street Fighter side, if I'm not mistaken. So it is cool to kind of see more people participating. Obviously, this year around we did have a cap on it, but every year we do have, you know, some new faces showing up. So it's pretty cool to see that. Well, shout outs to CashFlow, actually, right? It was a replacement.
So and as a replacement for CashFlow is going to be buddying it up with Kid Vision here, and then we have on the other side of the screen Team Deadly Venoms, which will be a combination of Your Sins and XMJ, which will be a fun one to witness as well. I'll see who I have access to invite, if any of them are on. I'm sure I've got some of them here.
I just sent it to Thumbless. I'm gonna get your sins.
Sins, I'm shooting it out now as well.
Okay, wonderful.
And that should be matchup number 1, and then we'll worry about Kid Vision and XMJ after that. I don't know if XMJ is in chat, but I guess if he is, guys, who is XMJ known for playing, and then who is Thumbless known for playing?
You know, XMJ is literally all over the map. I've seen the Baraka. I think he loves some good Baraka Cyrax, some good old fashioned, you know, back in the day, Baraka Cyrax. He also plays very early on. He did the Liu Kang. And most recently, I've yet to see if he's going to bust out any of the DLC characters, because I know he's been messing around with all of them. So, yeah, he's a fan of guest characters. Let's leave it at that. It's going to be nuts.
And then on the side of XMJ, who's XMJ known for?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that is XMJ.
Oh, okay.
I missed the question. I assumed it was the
XMJ, and then so who's Thumbless known for?
Thumbless play. Yes, so actually Thumbless also plays Baraka Striker. Yeah, I think at one point he was super comfortable with the Raiden pick as well, so we might possibly see a Raiden or Baraka, both heavy hitters in this game, right? Hit like mock trucks.
Yes, they do. Okay, let me just get some stuff.
And we do have Thumbless Combat out of AFK, and we do have Sins in the lobby as well. This is wonderful.
All right, so we'll get this one started up shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you've been enjoying the show so far. There's still so many matches to go. We ideally for tonight should just be witnessing everything on winner side, with off-stream matches getting reported to us in the background as we progress. We'll see how that goes along. Again, we're just waiting for Sins to un-AFK, and then we'll be all good to go.
All right, Sins, my dude.
And again, we'll have the combination of the Deadly Alliance on the side of Thumbless Combat and Kid Vision taking on deadly Venoms with your sins.
So
And
Sins
XMJ.
finally unearthing the mystery character, it looks like. Or possibly the Baraka?
I mean, we'll see. Thumbless is definitely
Yeah.
hovering over the Baraka right now. Sin seems pretty content with Kenshi, but now we're
Kenshi?
moving
No,
around a little bit. And we're getting the
No.
Cindy!
Strike.
Oh,
Yes,
Cindy,
Delia
skip to
is
my
here to
Lou.
play ya.
All right, now what type of debauchery is going to come up on the cameo side is what I wonder, and it seems that it's going to be... Oh, I missed it. Did somebody else see it? I missed it. Oh, we'll see it momentarily.
Sub-Zero?
But it does
Yeah,
I heard he's
it's-
Sub-Zero pick there.
Sindel has a lot of good options, I think, which is the whole stress with her. Yeah, he did go for the sub. So sub is great. Not only gives you the free freezes on the opponent and the ice armor to deal with the counter zoning, but also that freeze now allows Sindel to mid combo confirm, just keep repping her snap, which will decrease the cooldown on her cameo, just giving her more and more access to sub ad nauseum as the set progresses. It's going to be dependent on when Sins can confirm a hit to get that started. And right now, Thumbless just full locking it in with the Baraka pressure. And one of the great things... Yeah, go ahead.
Breaking that armor. Oh.
One of the great caveats about the strategy with Baraka is that he has so much armor breaking properties basically baked into his toolkit. His 4/4 mastering, which is basically an auto combo as far as I'm concerned, is able to contest on wake up. The back 3 string double hitting on its own, and any well-timed Baraka setup essentially confirms that if he's got advantage, you cannot go for your wake up, as Sins just found out there, while Thumbless just blocked it. Didn't even get into that kind of armor breaking mix, just decided to hold still and call him out, which has got to be frustrating mentally.
Oh, and Kevin, we have not left this corner. Oh, right as we say so, a slight launch, gonna push his way out.
Oh my god, and the
Right
brazen
as
back
Baraka,
forward
yeah.
threes too. And I've got to say, I don't know about you guys, I think this is one of Baraka's coolest toolkits in any Mortal Kombat game we've seen so far. It is as like just ridiculous and ravaging as you want it to be, and Thumbless Combat showing that to full effectiveness here, manages to connect with the back 3 again, and Sins cannot just find himself a way to get through this pressure. One of the best advantages Sindel is going to have is her ability to contest that range here. The snaps we were talking about, went for Dookie mix and I think dropped it accidentally or got a misinput, it depends. Thumbless is not going to be concerned either way. First point on the board for his team, one more will eliminate Sins.
So yes, you definitely see the beauty of that multi-hitting string that Baraka has. Catches the armor, was super pivotal in both of those last rounds, breaking the attempts of Sindel to get out of that corner. I don't believe we left that right side of the screen for more than a few seconds at a time until we were back again. Baraka making full use of that pressure and that oppressive damage in the corner.
Yes, and you'll want to keep in mind, guys, for the sake of the format of the bracket, that the team that loses here will have to deal with Project X13 on the loser side of the bracket off stream. So that will be a fun one to get an update on when it does progress. And Sin's going to go ahead and make the call to switch over to the Ashra Serena team. This is going to be a lot easier to find Baraka at distance with the ability to confirm off a Serena cameo at practically full screen for upwards of 40% damage with the right routing. So we'll see if Sins can find an easier time locating and shutting down Thumbless in neutral, but a well-timed back forward 3 might make that difficult as well. Oh, blocked everything except for the overhead. Nice confirm from Thumbless. Is going to play the Oki game, and we just saw the greatest attempt at a fuzzy block from your Sis that I think I've ever seen in my life. Oh, and they're scrambling here, trying to find some openings. Again, Thumbless just not afraid at all. I think it might benefit Sins to consider just holding block in neutral. Thumbless has definitely been closing that gap with back forward 3 a crazy amount of times. That is full punishable. And I saw a whiff throw from the side of Sins, which I assume was an attempt at a Serena cameo and a miss input. Gets the launcher here, not able to confirm harder, but does have a good amount of Dark Orbs stacked up on Thumbless. Playing the token prod game, just the back 4-3. Again, just doesn't care, just spends the meter on it. Nice block, and here's the punish into Striker. Bullets! Oh, Sins with one well-connected normal here. Nice patience. This should be free punish, and we don't even need to spend the fatal. He does not have the amount of meter to break it in time.
Calling out a lot of that super oppressive pressure. There is the downside that it's super punishable no matter which way it's coming from, the air or on the ground. A lot of those spinning blade moves are gonna go punish. Oh, very good. It's gonna try to duck. Unfortunately, still gonna get launched there.
Yeah, and as Earshot was beginning to bring up, again, one of the fundamental fighting game strategies when you get an opponent as brazen as this is sometimes to just slow down the pacing and try to create opportunities sometimes, guys, for them to kill themselves. But Thumbless right back into the action here.
Yeah, and now the low, multi-hitting low here. Akra really low on health here. One more mix will do.
All right, let's see. And again, the armor. And you got to think, too, one of the caveats of spending that armor so much in neutral like that is that Thumbless 9 times out of 10 is not going to have the ability to break because he's using it on smaller interactions. So if you do manage to get the confirm on him, your combo is going to be pretty much always guaranteed if you can win the game of meter management, which might benefit Sins here, who's established a little bit of a life lead. But again, Thumbless just indifferent to the pressure.
That striker not going to do much.
Yeah, we'll see at least for a moment here. Got caught up. Striker's now back.
Oh,
we'll see. I mean, what Thumbless really wants is the full bullet if he can help it, but he'll take a confirm.
Serena with the last chance here.
Oh, if he would have let him land, he could have got so much of a bigger punish. He is sitting on Fatal. The question is going to be, is he going to want to cash out on it? He should, but
No.
Thumbless again,
Yeah.
just speed running that format there is going to get your Sins off of Team Deadly Venoms for starters. Securing, again, as we continue to mention, a very, very nice life lead for his team. And we'll see. That's going to be a tough one to get past.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, pressure is on, guys. Got to keep in mind now that your Sins has been eliminated, the pressure is now relying solely on XMJ to eliminate not only Kid Vision, but Thumbless again after that if he can get through it. Otherwise, we got a pretty nice and secured 2-0 lead for Team Deadly Alliance here. We'll see how that goes as we move forward. We've got to get invites sent out to XMJ and Kid Vision here.
Those are forthcoming.
And then once we get that secure, XMJ already here in the room. All right, Thumbless, get the controller from your son back. You know what I'm saying? Like, these fellas start waking up. They start passing it to Daddy-O. But we'll see. All right, competitors are in here. They can un-AFK as soon as they're ready, and then we'll be prepped to continue this action as we move forward. Again, guys, keep in mind, I know we've said it a million times, but you'll want to remember it a million times. We've got a $1,000 pot here. Also, big thanks to Cito for contributing to the match arena. We've still got 37 coupon codes left to go, each one of them adding 25 cents for free to the bracket. You can use exclamation point match arena in chat to get yourself over there. Find the contribute button on the right hand side of the screen. Click on claim code as long as you're logged in with any social, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google, doesn't matter. You can claim a code for free and add money to the pot. If you'd like to donate out of your pockets, that ability is there as well. We'd be thankful. Don't feel obligated. We're going to get back into the action here, and we got a little winter-themed Bawaka. Sitting on the side of XMJ as a Vision, again, hovering over the katana. And we'll see, again, pressure is going to be on him to get some momentum going for his team again.
There's the Baraka Cyrax. XMJ going with what he knows.
Yeah, and again, remember too how pivotal that team was in like the early set of meta for MK. Baraka Cyrax was one of the most like egregious teams you could deal with. And he has found a similar home with Striker, but that's not to say that the entirety of the Cyrax tech is gone. We'll see to what extent XMJ can abuse it here for his team. And a strong start right now. This is looking like a Baraka party tonight. I'm very curious what's going to happen if we progress in such a manner where we get to see the mirror.
Letting go of block preemptively is going to eat all of this damage after that Scorpion launcher.
Yeah, one of the problems with Katana
Inching
too is not only is she a great character with her zoning and frame traps like this, little bait setups to slow her opponent down with her pacing, but she is also quite pivotally in this game. I think if you go for knowledge check characters, you have to be very, very familiar with the Katana matchup to not get overwhelmed by the setups in this.
And you just saw Kid Vision going for setup after setup, really comfortable setting up that wind bob pressure, using Scorpion for maximum damage and using the throw to psych the opponent now. You're not going to throw me for the win. Oh, and he does.
Oh yeah, very punishable block to go for that. The Cyrax pressure, but again, it used to cost half meter and now costs full bar. So you at least do get some time without Cyrex in the mix if they go for the protection. Oh, and just again.
Square wave here to avoid.
Yeah, that down back two is going to get her out of harm's way more often than not. And this is quite arguably one of Baraka's more difficult matchups, right? Like his insistence on having to chase after Katana. It's different when he wants to. It's another thing when he has to. And Vision taking full advantage of that speed running. Sorry, XMJ taking full advantage of that speed running Vision here. I'm flipping it again. Vision speed running. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Good match.
The brutality messed with your brain, I think. That's all.
Oh, I'm just getting all swapped up here. But very strong start so far.
Yeah, a super strong start, I would say. Just super controlled with the spacing, perfectly comfortable dashing in and out, using those spans to contest the best of Baraka's strings. I mean, you just saw Thumbless, Kid Vision's partner, and how oppressive the Baraka play was. And now you see XMJ very much trying to keep up. Oh, but there is the immediate character switch. Homelander is here to play. And that is the DLC character. I was wondering whether they were going to bust them out. So looks like it's going to be the Homelander Farah.
The hourglass.
Your contempt for
Let's
everyday
see if XMJ can reset the momentum here. Homelander, another egregious character in this game. We talk about just neutral toolkits. That forward 4 is so obnoxious. Katana's going to have a harder time zoning him. His ability to float over the projectiles and get in with that backboard too if it's well timed. And of course, once he gets in, that egregious mix and pretty respectable damage, especially with Farah as a cameo for those pickups. And just the sky mix-ups too, right? You talk about Homelander kind of floating over your head with overheads and then being able to either protect with Farah or just reconfirm his pickup. And great positioning too, right? If you're optimal on the routes, you can kind of get a hit confirm and chuck your opponent wherever you want them to be, depending on how you go for it. And beautiful start here from XMJ to try to pick up the pace.
Evening out the life lead here.
Yeah, and remember too, Deadly Venoms team is down on their luck right now, so this is a much-needed momentum switch from XMJ here. Manages to get under the throw happenstance, and this confirm should do more than enough to kill. Yeah, I was going to say Vision could break, but I don't know in that situation. The way Homelander's going to kind of force a block situation for Chip right after that, it's probably not worth spending it. I think I would have taken the loss on that round too.
Definitely taking the long way home. It's going to work their way to victory potentially in this next round. Has the meter advantage going in. There's the breakaway. And now we're back to full screen again.
Sniping her with the heat vision from long distance.
Overhead launch.
Oh, these fellas are just playing. This is tool assisted as far as I'm concerned. This is just obstacle course with projectiles. Oh, falls for the tech trap there by Vision, who's trying to hardcore secure this for his team. Get out of here early without extra stress. You want to avoid a tiebreaker if you can. Oh, and he managed to get over the projectile.
Yeah.
And we're going to spend the armor there. Plus the Scorpion cameo wasn't even needed.
Well, and that's the thing. He's using it just in case if the launcher goes through. Now, XMJ needs to remember that wake up, that armor is safe. So as long as he can block it, you know, he could potentially take a swing at Scorpion and Katana for some extra damage if he does land a hit on the cameo. What's the wake up?
Yeah, and there's the choke. I know XMJ's little perverted booty's into it and gonna keep it sexy with this combo confirmed in the corner here.
Kid Vision in the corner.
Tough situation to get out of. This is Katana's. Oh, the cross up, unfortunate, is gonna buy Vision the opportunity.
Oh, the uppercut.
Yeah, now that spacing, the backstep and get that back too. This is gonna hurt, ladies and gentlemen, and we're sitting on fatal blow too. Oh, and the hard to blockable. Good guess. Had he assumed throw, that would have been a death sentence. Loses patience. Does not have the armor to get out of it, but manages to wake up. Oh, it's the first one to touch the next one. Can he survive the damage? No! XMJ fighting with all of his might to survive. We had so many like almost unfortunate independent scrambles within those last couple of exchanges there. And we're just going to get a little bit of chug of the, you know, let's not say where we sourced this milk from. Assume it's Fairlife.
Fairlife?
Assume it's Fairlife.
Maybe Vex milk?
You know what I'm saying? If you're lactose intolerant, you've got some other choices. That's your struggle, buddy.
Yikes.
We'll just listen from tap from the source, right? I think we made enough of a point.
There.
But that is going to keep XMJ alive in the fight
Sidebar,
here.
oats don't make milk.
Got to go through a really long process to convince yourself they do.
Your contempt for everyday beings is disgraceful.
And you immediately saw how much more closer that set was between the Homelander pick and Kitana. XMJ has yet to make full use of that Pharah pick. Pharah's just kind of been hanging out in the background.
Yeah, he's been doing a solid job with the confirms, but not really doing like the neutral cheats or the protection that you get from Pharah in those exchanges. I think at that point he's just so excited to get a hit, he wants to maximize when he can and manages to save himself from that mixed opportunity. He's going to spend the meter for the confirm here, a little bit of a drop, but close to close to 30%.
We do see the sub pick. Yeah, we do see the sub pick potentially trying to get away from being hit by one too many lasers here.
Gets in, it's still going to be his turn. Yeah, and if you're Homelander, you always just mash on that. Why not?
Nah.
And XMJ, who was looking pretty... Oh, no, he tried to wait out the Sub-Zero ice game.
Brain, that thing is active for so long, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, he's a pervert, brother. He wanted to poke. Couldn't help it. And this will lead into a decently advantageous situation for Vision, considering what we just got out of. A little bit of a life lead, ability to run, Sub-Zero to protect in the zoning war. Oh, the behind the back. Freaky NBA style projectile from Kitana here, but there's the pickup. And XMJ taking full advantage, going to secure that. And on top of that, was able to, I guess, pseudo by proxy, eliminate the ability to use the Fatal Blow in the future from Vision. He's going to have to operate without it now. Falls for the ice turn again.
Parry, yeah. Benson here.
Alright, trying to get something going in this laser war. And this is going to be Vision's best bet. Every time XMJ has closed the gap, it has caused nothing but problems.
Kitana not afraid of moving out of this corner, walking him down into a combo conversion. One more combo for the win.
That's going to go for the hard to blockable setup here. Oh, he goes for the throw, which is what I would recommend. But mistimed it this time, and then XMJ with the parry now. Oh, beautifully timed down forward too.
Yes, he is 4-4-4 on those armored attacks, connecting every single time.
All right, guys, keep in mind here. This is going to be very pivotal. XMJ needs this to stay alive. His team relying on this victory. And Vision doing everything we can to get a Legends of the Hidden Temple obstacle course going for XMJ to just fall victim to, but he manages to close the gap. That overhead has not worked for him once, I don't think.
No.
Nice patience. That is going to be punishable, and Vision taking advantage. Going to get the easy confirm, and I imagine you have played the spacing game again.
Oh, doesn't know that Arvis is possibly.
Ooh, we shot the fan portal forward.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that too. Manages. So notice that he noticed that committing to the jump 4, we'll call it. You know, it's a back forward 2 out of stance has not been working for him. So just canceled out of it to keep the mind game going. But Vision not susceptible to enough of these mixed opportunities. And now we've got to be really careful. That chip is going to start adding up. Oh, and he tried to go for the Hail Mary confirm into Fatal. That is not going to pay off for him. And Vision gonna finish it off for his team, securing it down and pushing Deadly Venoms down into the loser side of the bracket. Great job from Team Deadly Alliance. And I mean, that was as strong of a comeback as you could ask for, no?
Super solid Kitana play. You can tell that there's just a level of comfort, no matter the cameo, using all the options. And I think that really highlights how awareness will make the difference as these matches go on between not just what character you're going against, but which cameo and also which cameo you're picking. And I think so far we've seen pretty well-rounded use of both Sub-Zero and Scorpion with Kitana so far. XMJ has learned a lot, though. Learned a lot about what has been working in that set, and it's not out yet. It has definitely another chance to make that Homelander work. You did talk about what that means. Now we have our first pairing in the loser side that's gonna be going down, and we're certainly excited to see those matches take place and see what the results of those will be. And with that,
Yeah, I'm going to switch this back to comms. We are going to try to provide you guys live updates with those as we find out as we progress. But as Earshot was mentioning, we've got our next match cooked up on the docket right now. The Demon Slayers taking on the Slash Street Boys. And guys, I'm going to be annoyed at that team name in perpetuity to the end of time. I don't think I'll be over it by next year. So my only bias is wanting to see that name removed. If they would have called it something else, I wouldn't be rooting against them. But as the Slash Street Boys, they might have to go. That team combination is going to consist itself of, for the Demon Slayers, Prince J and Baron's Son. On the side of Slash Street Boys, Blindsight, Blue, and TJ the Blind Gamer, which is really unfortunate with the name because based on the composition of that team and its players, they're some of my favorite competitors in the entire Blind FGC. We've seen this from some other competitors before. They're not alone in this necessarily, but if you get two fellas that are just down about their mix, like they are just going to push P as hard as they can to create these disadvantageous situations from their opponent, and it seems like both of them kind of operate with the same hive mind. Their game plan is just to get you pissed off so that you make more mistakes than needed, right? They want to increase your margin of error through frustration. So it's just disrespectful mix they're going to push as soon as they get past that neutral. And the unfortunate thing with their team is that they do have the fundamental skill required to get past that neutral. So you want to be very, very cautious about how you let them approach. They're less concerned about it than you are. They're very confident at some point they're going to get in, and that's part of why they're so dangerous. But we'll see as they come in here whether or not they can take advantage of that same strategy today to continue to frustrate and piss off their opponents. I imagine we're going to see some level of it. You kind of can't stop it. Again, we'll just put as a small reminder, guys, that if you have not yet had time to head over to the Match Arena page, you can choose to do so. Link is in the chat right now. Contribute for free by logging into any one of your socials. You don't have to have a Match Arena account specifically. Any of your socials will do. Find the contribute button on the right-hand side of the screen. Under it is a claim code button. If you're on the browser, it'll just be there readily accessible. If you're on mobile, I do believe you have to hit contribute and then claim code will show itself. Free 25 cents. We're still sitting on about 37 coupon codes to up this pot. And of course, out-of-pocket donations are always welcome, not required. We hope you're enjoying the show anyway. The donation of your time will do worst case. They're also in... you know what, Pneumonia? I'm not reading it. How about that? How about chat? You enjoy that? And if you're watching the Twitch archive, you'll never know what was said. How about that? But we'll prep. Blindside is in here prepping for his first match. Again, remember, too, that one of the most important things with the team composition in this Pokemon-style format is that these orders have been chosen in advance. So these competitors are not going to be able to switch that ad nauseum depending on the matchup to benefit themselves. So it does mean that our first matchup is going to be Blindside Blue versus Prince J. Both of them are in here. And we'll be ready for their teams to get started momentarily. And this is going to be the Demon Slayers taking on the Slash Street Boys.
Slash Street Boys.
Okay, let's get this down so you guys can witness it here. We'll switch back over to our gameplay scene. We're ready to get this other way. Prince J on the left-hand side. Question is, who are we going to start off with? Blindside Blue, known for a couple of characters, if you are to ask. It's going to be interesting to see which one he's going to be more reliant on today. And of course, having TJ as a backup doesn't hurt. Having Baron's Son as a backup doesn't hurt. As it was mentioned before, if you guys did not manage to tune in for last year's Sento Showdown, of course, all of those VODs will be available on the Sento Showdown YouTube channel. You can feel free to check our resources for those socials. If not, find anyone on the team. We'll provide it for you. This matchup today consists of 3 out of the 4 top placing competitors from last year's annual Sento Showdown. So there is no one in here that has not put in the work on a stream before. The question is just going to be how tuned in are they today. Also, big shout out to Pelican for the contribution to the Match Arena. But get ready for some nonsense as we start off. And again, we got the Cyrax Madam Bow. You guys know the casino gameplay. And on the side of Blindside, I don't think anybody, visually impaired or not, likes dealing with smoke mix. It is as egregious as it can be.
I just want to point out how Prince J calmly sat there, blocked the 2 lows at the start, blocked the second low into the up block of the overhead, and look at this convincing life lead. Just, you see immediately the value of playing patient against the mixed monster, no less.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, right, the pivotalness of that in the last set where a character like Baraka can overwhelm you if you just let him run ad nauseum. You have to, in some aspects, really focus on controlling the pacing of your opponent so that they cannot just bombard you the way they would hope for. But right now, Prince J having no problem continuing the pressure here against Blindside Blue, who just cannot seem to guess right now.
Here we go.
And again, just right back into the schmicks.
One too many overheads connecting. Smoke, forced to break.
Blindside trying so hard to fight himself back into this race here. Again, don't forget that Blindside does have access to other characters if he wants to potentially switch the strategy after this. Might depend on whether or not he thinks Smoke is going to continue to work. He's finding a hard time finding the spacing right now. Beautiful up block from Prince J. Gets himself out of the corner.
Oh, we wildin'. Corner knockdown. Oh, he's just gonna commit, and that is a guaranteed closing out of this first game. Gonna go Prince J.
All right, on to the Demon Slayers. And guys, remember, I'm biased right now, so I may or may not be happy about this. But again, first to twos for each of the competing competitors here. So down but not out, still has an opportunity to make some adjustments and try to get himself back in here. We'll see.
Indeed.
I don't imagine Prince J is that nervous about switching off of Cyrax. And to be honest, if you're the type of competitor that's maining Cyrax, now there's not a lot of matchups that will get you off of this team comp. This is pretty solid around the board for the most part.
And you're also seeing just a dangerous willingness to block and then equally just hit the switch and go all out with the aggressive play. So it's very counterintuitive. How can you take your turn if you're being hit, but then all of a sudden you're caught trying to take that advantage? You'll see that Prince J so far has been in the lead just due to a lot of that damage coming in from the Cyrax setups. And now potentially looking at the next game, turning things around.
They could be
and Pneumonia with the 5 gifted subs in the chat to Rattlehead. Appreciate the support.
That's what's up.
Of course, this is like a little production setup, so we're not going to have the stream alerts up, unfortunately, on screen. But again, we see it and we're thankful.
Yes. 100%.
And Blindside sticking out with the Smoke Scorpion setup. I'm sure you guys have noticed already. I just tuned back in.
Nice awareness. Oh, it's going to block that low. I think preemptively trying to get away from the bomb is going to eat this damage in the corner.
Oh my god, and Prince J dropped it. Blindside was able to get like a poke going, but just didn't understand the situation well enough to get out of it. The bomb saving Prince J there. Who just, guess what, is continuing the mix, guys. Are you surprised? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, do you think we're going to see more bombs or less bombs? These are your two options. Little forward one vibe check. It's one of the strongest Oki tools that any character has in this game. Just a multi-hitting mid. You gotta respect it. Armor breaks some setups depending on the timing. And Blindside just really struggling to try to get something going here. Goes for the unpredictable air approach. That tends to not work either so far in this situation. Prince J just continuing to rep into the nonsense. Here's off the back one. Guaranteed bow mix, and yeah, we have to spend the defensive meter. We kind of don't have a choice there. Oh, Smoke dashes himself into the bomb. And now Prince J again taking full advantage off of the setups here.
One more attempt. It's going to use Scorpion to pray for an opportunity here.
All right, managed to close the gap to some extent, but how much longer can he keep stuff going? This throw will be helpful. Oh, it gets caught with the goop, and with no defensive meter. Hold on, Prince J manages to drop the pickup. We're not done yet. Oh, but that attempt at a down 3. Yeah, gets stuffed out by the Cyrax approach, and Prince J pretty strongly solidifying that momentum lead for his team. For the Demon Slayers, Blindside out of the mix so far for the Slash Street Boys, and now the pressure going on to TJ to make up the difference here. We'll see if he's able to do it once we get him in the room, as TJ the Blind Gamer will be taking on Baron Sun as these two continue to progress and try their best hand at reconfirming something here. And I will say, guys, considering the format, one of the most consistent things we've seen so far is that as soon as one competitor on a team falls, their partner has seemed to follow suit so far today. Of course, that's never guaranteed, but that's at least been the pattern so far. So it would systemically put some extra pressure on TJ here to not fall victim to the same pattern. But as it stands right now, Blindside eliminated from this team battle so far, at least for this set. We'll see if TJ can reverse it to save them from entering the loser's bracket. We'll see on the other side, Baron's son, who I know for being an Astra player, but I've been hearing through the grapevine, also has a little bit of a Sector potentially on the back burner, who is also egregious too. And these are both great characters for kind of the same strategy, right? They do an amazing job of controlling pacing. You have to be really careful about how you approach them. Sector, a little more spammy than Astra, to be fair. Not essentially just looking for like a neutral skip and to confirm, but definitely both introduce obstacles you don't want to fall victim to. It's on you to figure out which one you find more annoying. But we'll see as they prep to get in here, and these fellas are practically already ready to go as soon as Baron's son and AFKs. We'll get this matchup going. So again, as it stands right now, Baron's son on the team of Demon Slayers going to be taking on TJ the Blind Gamer on the side of the Slash Street Boys. We'll see how this matchup goes. Good luck to all competitors involved. It's going to be difficult.
You know, and you were talking about how much pressure there is systemically because of what's been happening to teams kind of falling in line one after the other. However, if you want to add further just like layers to that, Baron was last year's first place. So it doesn't get any harder than this. TJ making it to third place last year is looking at taking on the reigning champion from last year in this set.
All right, and TJ pretty locked in on the Reiko so far. That's going to be an interesting one dealing with Sector. You do get the advantage of back forward 2 shurikens, even though they've been neutered over time. They are still a relatively strong projectile if you want to
for sure
get involved in
the fact that they are mids and can stuff wake ups as well. Like,
yeah,
that still makes them so worth it.
So it'll be a decent counterpoint to the potential zoning where Baron's son is going to lock it in with the Astra for today. Of course, we do have the Sector backup plus another Rolodex of characters, but maybe likes the idea of Astra, knowing that TJ's most likely bringing in Reiko for a potential counter strategy pick. To go with something a little slower pacing, and to have better tools to consist in neutral. Sector has relatively long buttons, but they can get stuffed out due to their increased startup, whereas Astra kind of has the same thing, but the range at which she can abuse them makes them harder to deal with, and we see this arena strat. Yeah, coming off immediately, and that forward 3 gets himself over the double leg takedown and also is able to pick up the confirm. Reiko Goro going to be an interesting strategy too. Obviously, there's good tendencies to that team, but again, as we mentioned before, the biggest concern with Goro cameo is going to be his cooldown meter. Let alone when you use him, if he gets hit, he is out of commission for practically 2 minutes, it feels like. And so far, Baron's son seems pretty disinterested in TJ's Reiko, but hold on. We get the restand here, and he goes for the fatal blow confirm, and it's mixed, and he guesses wrong. This is as brave as you can be with Reiko here. Also, shout outs to Cito in the chat for the gifted sub as well. We appreciate it. And again, for everybody else, if you're in a giving mood, don't forget to check out the match arena. $1,003 in there so far. I swear if he brings this back, and he's about to bring this back.
50 Shades of Cito, and he broke his game!
Oh, guys, we got to start a comeback compilation for the Sento Showdown this year. I'm doing a little shuffle in my seat as well. There's no way with 1%. Who else in chat was just completely neutered by how brave TJ was to bother spending the fatal there, let alone the full comp? This is what I'm talking about with this team, guys. I mentioned this before. They will go for it at all times.
Baron's son not cowed by that loss. Oh, just gonna get uppercutted.
And again, that back forward 2 is also shutting out Astra's attempt to approach with her back forward 3. We're about even in life lead again. And yeah, I was gonna say one more opportunity at mix, but we'll see. Is he gonna be the comeback king again, using the girl to protect? Okay.
One hit.
Can only go for so long. Had he had, I swear, 7% more health, that actually would have been game.
Final round.
But TJ's just been doing an impeccable job of timing like Baron's son's approach with these back forward 2s. Nice down 2, not making it too complicated with Baron's son. Oh, he went for the trade combo and the unfortunate drop. He would have got so freaky off of that. Dude, I know high-level tournament competitors in the community that cannot pull that off.
Oh, TJ is that kind of guy. He will lab it until he lands it.
Yeah, and I'm excited for the potential of seeing him land it again because he was so close to getting it there. If you get trade combos off of Serena setup against Asha, you do egregious amounts of damage. Like Reptile practically has a 70% confirm off of that. I know Reiko scaling. I was very excited to see what he might have got potential. If he blocks this might be it. He should be able with the run to get in, but he chooses to project out. I'm very curious if his run would have got him in time for the punish. I mean, one more back forward 2 should do it here.
Serena out of commission.
Very cautious with the timing. Yeah, TJ the blind gamer doing what's needed to get his team back on the board here. Manages to shut down Baron Sun's first attempt at eliminating him. He's going to have to do it one more time, but he's looking pretty pivotal.
Yeah. That's got to be such a moral victory for the team because, you know, after seeing kind of what happened in the previous set, TJ came out swinging and just has a full screen presence, is able to make damage happen up close, is not afraid to use that fatal blow, knows its properties and how to land it, and yeah, this is where it's at. Third place taken on first place of the Sento Showdown. You see why they made it as far as they did.
Owen, are we looking at the potential Natara pick? This will be so frustrating for TJ if he's got to lock down a projectile war against the character who's practically never going to be on the floor. The character pick so methodical, and it's very, very obvious that TJ came into that last game with that plan in place, right? Like, I know what Asha can do, and I know that Reiko can kind of contain this in a certain way with the back 4-2. It's not necessarily as easy to do as it is as a concept, but sometimes when you're competing, it's very important to kind of establish what your game plan is and not let small situations discourage you from sticking to that strategy. We saw TJ use it to full effect there. Kind of never really abandoned the script, right? It was just like, I'm using these projectiles and Goro as kind of like a neutral check to make sure Baron Sun can't approach. This is going to be a little harder if he's going for Sector. Of course, Sector has her teleport punch. Her projectiles are equally annoying. She can be in the sky most of the time.
Right. Not to mention the knockdown properties of the projectile. Okay.
But choosing to rock it out so far with the Asha Serena. Again, TJ's got to be happy about this, right? I don't imagine in his head he's concerned about it being any more difficult than it was the first time, and he managed to pull that off. Is Baron Sun going to pull out the Movado? No, we're going to stick it out with the Serena. Okay, so gave it some time to cool down, went over some potential strategies, bringing it back home. Let's see whether or not TJ can essentially just rep the same exact situation again, or if Baron Sun has enough of a trick up his sleeve to shut this down.
Round 1, fight.
Here we go.
He keeps trying to use that punch walk to confirm the pressure, kind of like OS it on the block, but Goro keeps going the opposite way. I'm sure TJ's got to be slightly annoyed with that, especially how long it's going to work without him.
Yeah, you do have to place it so that it does sort of show up where you want to on screen.
Trying to be very cautious, and you see, I almost don't want to say it, you can see TJ at distance trying to like preemptively up block, in concern about Asha's forward 3.
Well, he knows he's been getting clipped by it one too many times.
And again, look at that consistency with the strat. Uses that
not
kick streak
close
to
enough.
shove out Baron Sun, and then just goes right back to the zoning. Oh, and this is going to be tough. Tried to jump preemptively.
Yeah, that's going to get him out of the air. Plenty of rangs to catch you on the way down.
Fight.
All right, one of the benefits, at least guys remember with this format, is that even though if TJ loses this set, he won the first one, so he'll still have an opportunity to try to bring this back. Will he, won't he? There's the punch walk to add continued pressure. Baron Sun not taking the bait, just continuing to hold block, and also importantly jabbing Goro to increase the cooldown time. Oh, he keeps going for that run command grab mix and just can't seem to find his home with it. Kick string gets blocked, and Baron Sun pretty slated to take this here. We'll see. TJ has made crazier comebacks before, drops to confirm.
Should be enough.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it was also the concern about the chip, right? Once that overhead got blocked and we didn't get a flawless block, had to be very careful about bringing it close. Baron Sun again reversing the momentum, putting TJ here on match point as well. Again, if Baron's son gets eliminated, they still have Prince J to come back for the tiebreaker. If TJ gets eliminated, that is it for their team on winner's side, ladies and gentlemen. And in a $1,000 bracket, the last thing you want is the pressure of not being afforded that extra life, especially as we progress into tomorrow's top 4. You're going to want to be very, very cautious about trying to make sure you're on the top half of that bracket if you can help it.
Living Forest.
I've had enough of others judging me.
Then perhaps you should have made different choices.
Sticking with Reiko, goes with what he knows.
Fight.
Oh, Goro, yes. Where did you go, Goro? Jumps over the assassin stars. He's gonna get the takedown attack here.
Yeah, playing a very brave mind game with that too, because you could very much just continue to hold block and kill him for that, but it's conditioned Baron's son so much that he's done after the kick string. He has to be taking bigger punishes after situations like that. I think it's hard because he's not always at that distance going to be immediately aware of what it is that he blocked. But if you stuff an Astra approach, you have to make that hurt.
Baron getting caught, pressing.
Oh, but TJ just getting, again, so brazen here. And I think he's starting to realize that this guerrilla warfare is benefiting him.
Oh yeah, he's totally a momentum-based player. Once he sees an opening and he smells blood, he goes for it.
All right, there's no meter to break here. Still standing on 1.5 bars is TJ. Baron's son's going to try to make this as optimal as he can. He's got to be very cautious. Mistimes the Meade. Oh my god, he gets the free punish here, but he misses. Astra was in the air. Thankfully for him, it didn't connect, and he manages to keep not only the fatal blow, but the round. TJ up another one here. Sitting on match point of eliminating Baron's son if he can help it. Some slight
TJ
adjustments
working on
really
making,
helping.
yes, an uphill battle, a comeback of a lifetime here.
Didn't get the punish there, but managed to stuff the approach with that jab string. Jumps away from the approach again. Oh, and is going to get his combo confirmed. This is looking beautiful for TJ, who finally gets his pickup. Doesn't want to spend Goro for the restand. Understandable. He yoinks out another command grab there, and is continuing to back throw. So this is looking great for TJ.
Hang on.
Baron's son, no slouch. TJ not falling for the mix there. Preemptive armor doesn't get punished. He gets free down 4 here.
Serena out of commission.
Oh, and
The uppercut out of here. Get up in airspace.
One more well-timed projectile will be all she wrote here. Baron's son's got to be very, very cautious. Oh, he manages to clip him, but he's not close enough to get the confirm, and the brave armor in neutral, knowing that Baron's son has been fishing that skip neutral tool, managed to meet him where he stands and eliminate him from the running. TJ, the blind gamer, keeping his team alive, and by God, doing an amazing job of it.
You gotta love to see it. The moral victory on top of that, taking down last year's first place, and now making a statement, going for his partner.
And now we'll see there, TJ on his side has completely eliminated Baron's son from the other team. Prince J now going to have to come in here to make up the difference with the tiebreaker. See if he can shut him down as needed. We'll wait till that invite gets sent out. TJ sitting very comfortable right now. Little stress on his shoulders, but removed about 50% of it. Only has one more matchup to get through, and the question is going to be now, not only what character does he choose to come in with to deal with Prince J, but how well is he going to fare against what I'm assuming is going to be that continued casino gameplay, right? I don't imagine Prince J is really going to be that motivated to switch off of that strategy, given how ridiculously strong it is, and how much of the margin of error it puts on your opponent to not allow you to just kind of rep them in the same situation.
Definitely, and I think what we'll definitely see is we'll have Prince J coming in as well, having the luxury of sitting through those games and maybe paying attention to what needs to happen, what are TJ's tendencies to be able to challenge them. We did see Prince J not afraid to sit back, block, wait for the opportunity to take on that damage. Is going to go with the Havoc pick.
All right, let's see. Prince J going to need 2 on the board here to shut down TJ and vice versa. This is going to be the first tiebreaker of the night, ladies and gentlemen. If you're hype about it, let me see some of it in the chat. We've had a lot of snuff outs. This is the closest set we've had so far. Do you believe? Let me see some TJs if you're rooting for TJs. Let me see some PJs if you're rooting for PJs.
PJs versus TJs.
All right, and he's going to come in with the Havoc, too. We know that this was kind of like the other character potential pick on the Rolodex from Prince J, right? And the combination of Movado making it even scarier. Remember, last year's Sento Showdown, Prince J was pretty locked in on the Havoc Jax, and that's a two-touch Timmy team that can be pretty stressful. But if you've been paying enough attention to competitive MK1, it's very, very evident that Movado gives Havoc a level of utility that is just unprecedented. And Prince J taking full advantage of it in this first match so far. The damage, the setups, the protection, anything into C4 mine from Movado, the ability to pick up off of sweep, which is so important for so many characters. Ghostface, Reptile, other characters that main Movado solely for their ability to do that almost.
Fight.
Prince J first round on the board looking strong.
Right, you saw the way that he took that first round was literally baiting out a button, waiting, doing the stagger with Havoc, and then just calmly punishing the takedown. We were talking about TJ's tendencies to use that armor to his advantage in the previous round. Ultimately ended up costing him in this game here. There's the armor attempt working out this time.
Oh,
there's the Movado.
Yeah, it's going to hold him down too. And yeah, as you were mentioning, Havoc is a character that just has so many kind of spacing traps baked into his toolkit. Movado gives him another like unprecedented level of just like putting you in situations that you can't necessarily retaliate on, at least not incorrectly unless you have some secret tech. Oh, and the pick up there from Prince J. Full screen punch walk. There's no shot. He just fatal through it. He's going to get snuffed too early in the startup. Did not get its armor yet. I would have been very excited to see where that set would have gone had it pulled off effectively. But Prince J, another point on the board for his team here, who's going to need 5 total to win. This is the 4th victory on their team, but you need 2 to eliminate the opponent.
Correct. And you see how, again, the type of player that you go against and their habits makes all the difference here. TJ looking at making some adjustments if he wants to stay alive in the set, looking really solid in those first few games, and just needs to stay focused, eyes on the prize.
This pressure is not fair, eh? Welcome to competitive fighting games, eh? This is the unfortunate part of this business. This is how it goes, and we're looking at some potential switches from TJ here. Going through character select to figure out who he might want to come back and respond with. And can we say the Demon Slayer is such an appropriate name for this team in a matchup like this, where you have TJ and Blindside, who might, honestly, compared to all of the teams, might be considered the most demon team ever in both their approach to neutral, their offense, and their just brazen lack of respect for their opponents. We'll see if Prince J can finalize that name as a nice branding tactic for himself and Barrett's son, if he's able to slay the remaining demon here. And TJ, who's pulling out the Opti-Man. Carried him to great victory in last year's Sento Showdown. We got to see a lot of what he does with his team. He's again really comfortable with Goro, but it's just been mistiming a lot of his Goro assist tools. Both with Reiko and here with Omni-Man, as he misses that confirm again. But his take it to the skies approach seeming to be relatively successful so far.
Yes, if only bits of damage at a time.
Yeah, and again, you do have to preemptively up-block that to be able to shut it down. So we'll see if at some point Prince J gets comfortable enough in neutral to go for
it. Should be it.
Yeah, solid.
The damage
round on, and
yeah.
TJ may or may not have an answer for this.
Fight.
The goal for continued pressure manages to catch him with the 2-2. And the breaker immediately from Prince J, kind of wanting to cut off the momentum at all before TJ can get it going. Oh, and gut checks him there with the forward 4. Back breaker.
Omni-Man everywhere.
Okay, and we're starting to see the effectiveness of this strategy from TJ. What I like a lot about his gameplay is that you can very clearly, once TJ gets going, notice what his full strategy is. And right now, it is just to zip around and become a harder target for Prince J to lay his crosshair on. Has not really been able to snipe him so far. And that hesitance is making him miss punish opportunities that TJ's presenting as well.
Yes, you saw that low launcher clearly connect, and Prince J looking a little flustered.
Oh, uses the armor that time to kind of like OS potentially and baits out the wake up that time that TJ's kind of losing rep, and now there's going to be big damage. TJ somehow still sitting on almost full meter, given how much he spent on armor. Oh, and again, that down back one amplified from Prince J, who's going to throw in the taunt plus the fatality for good measure. And morph into a hyena to get himself the final laugh. As he has now eliminated TJ, the blind gamer, from his team's half of the board and is going to push the Slash Street Boys into the loser side of the bracket. Very effective from him there. We'll take a quick look at it again. On this side, of course, Prince J being the difference maker for his team, winning the tiebreaker necessary between him and TJ to progress his team forward on winner side. Again, those updates will be available on both the challenge bracket and the accessible bracket momentarily for those of you who are following. Let's get back to the comm screen and prep for our final match of winners round 1 pools here, solidifying who's going to have better chances of moving forward as we get ready for Team Corrupted Blaze. Is going to be T-Blaze and Corrupted Sight, if you couldn't take a guess, versus Team Final Spot, consisting of JP Universe, as far as I'm concerned, Romeo Santo, as I've come to know, and Hey Venus, who will be bringing up the back end of that team as we progress. This will be an interesting one. It's kind of like, are we going to dunk on Unk tonight? It's really what we're trying to figure out there.
Yo, real quick,
these two teams.
I wanted to jump in real quick because I see there has been subs in the chat, so I do appreciate it. I will actually put that into the pot as well, so I want to keep track of the subs that were donated, because I want to put that into the pot as well.
Okay, I'll get it. I think by my tally, it was like 6 so far at least. I know we got like 5 from Pneumonia and 1 from Cito, I believe. Where's my pen?
Awesome. But yeah, just
so I'll keep
FYI,
a 6 count on the side and we'll see.
Right on. Yeah, just throughout the tournament weekend, for the sake of the tournament, any subs are going to go into the pot as well, so that way we can increase the pot as we go. But also don't forget the Match Arena link is in the chat if you want to use the codes or donate. And yeah, carry on, guys. Right on.
With that, we do have both of our starting point players in the lobby. We do have Universe, JP, and Corrupted Sight.
Okay, and then...
And gentlemen, you may exit AFK when you are ready.
Yes, as soon as you're available, we'll get things going. Again, remember, guys, for entertainment value and segmenting it up so both the players can get a break and the volunteers can get a break, we are running it up until we get our top 4 competitors, our top 4 teams locked in between semifinals and losers round 3. We'll only be witnessing it on the winner's side of the bracket. So we've got this matchup and then 2 more to go. And then we'll be calling it for tonight with a couple of updates from loser's side as we get those updates. And again, that information will be available via the challenge bracket and the accessible bracket as we prep for these matchups. Right now, Corrupted Sight on his team gonna take up the point slot as he preps to try to take out JP Universe on the side of Team Final Spot.
Scorpion.
Now JP looking to make a redemption arc from last year, having come in, made it up to round 1 of the losers bracket last year, and now hopefully looking to make it further.
Round 1. Fight.
Now these guys are just gonna slug it out. If you remember, Corrupted Sight from last year, not afraid to use up all the meter.
Yeah, and to be fair, I don't even know if that's specific to Corrupted Sight. I feel like we've seen a lot of matchups today where fellas are just letting it rip as far as the bar goes. You would have sworn this was MK11 with regenerative meter. Like this.
It partially is. The cameos do regenerate on their own, and you do need to hit your opponent up the side of the head in order to get your offensive meter back, right? So it works out.
And we'll see here as both of these competitors are trying to get strong starts going, and JP Universe doing a decent job at potentially mounting a comeback here.
Those signature uppercut enders from last year making a return. The down 2 Chronicles.
Oh, and this throw is going to bring it close. If you block the wrong setup there, he tries to armor out, but does not have the health to do so. Gonna unfortunately lose a round for that attempt along with his bar. That's why we gotta be careful with how we spend it. But I mean, great news if you're JP Universe. You love that situation for yourself. Now continuing to try to. Oh, when he gets the throw on the up block bait after the forward 3 stack, you gotta be very careful. You can make a smoke player look very stupid if you up block them. They can make you look very dumb if you don't.
There's another one.
Nice.
He's gonna snipe him out of the air. Don't jump. Hold it under those plus frames, and why not? Uppercuts for the wins. You see every one of those uppercuts so far connecting. 14%, solid damage.
All right, at first point on the board for a team final spot here. Does anybody in the chat know who Venus mains?
Kitana, potentially?
Kitana works for me.
Yes.
Want to get this updated in here as we go along.
And we can
I know
actually...
you fellas are like a little too Hollywood, but I'll try to help. I'll try to help boost the ego here as we prepare again. So, okay, as we get into our character choices again, don't forget this is kind of what we're looking at here.
Kang wants to help behind.
Hold on, let me just update this and swap the names around.
Sweet.
But yeah, but we're gonna have it Team Corrupted Blaze with the Nuben Baraka piece. Taking on the other. You see it, you see it. Let me get it out the way. There's gameplay on the screen, guys. Please, be professionals.
All the damage is connecting here. Noob Cybot in the corner.
I mean, we have a matchup here that's essentially just a sauce competition kind of between a Smoke and a Noob Cybot.
Essentially. Now, another uppercut.
On the matching black and green outfits, chat, can we talk about it? Scripted, huh?
Round 2.
They aren't blood brothers for nothing.
The JP Universe making this a very, very treacherous match so far for Corrupted Sight. He was trying so hard to like re-establish a little bit of momentum here, and he's managing to do so, but I don't know if it's enough to shut down the entirety of the momentum that has been placed here by Universe, who just does not seem interested in dealing with any of his nonsense.
You see a throw tech, signs of life. Last chance here. Oh, it's just gonna get the punish. The throw. Empty jump. And Serena gonna do all the work there with the chip out. JP getting
and Universe, yeah, locking that down super quick to get Corrupted Sight off of the team of Corrupted Blaze. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that does buy us enough time to get one nice little listen to Como Te Olvido. Come on, everybody. It's time, Senor Jeffrey Palacios. Gonna whip him to his own track. How unfair is this?
Hey, respect. You gotta give it to someone who can bust out, got the music side, and will jump on and beat you with it down too.
You know what I'm saying? It's either laying it down in the game or on the mic, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a jack of all trades.
Fella is gonna wipe you and then sing this song to your baby mama. You gotta fight back. And then now, of course, as the follow-up, we're going to wait here for T-Blaze to make his way into the arena, where we will have T-Blaze taking on Hey Venus. It should be a fun one as we progress.
Insights are forthcoming. Now, T-Blaze has probably been the most solid at keeping this game alive, has hosted on a weekly lots of exhibitions, has gotten many from the FGC community involved in playing MK1, both throughout the last event that he ran through the Kumite Syndicate. I knew I was going to butcher it. Kumite Syndicate. And that was super cool to see total sweats taking on each other in the top 8 qualifying series, and It was really, really nice to see. And GB, Hey Venus, having been a part of those events, making early appearances in those, and is debuting in the Sento Showdown this year, is really gonna be nice to kind of have a legacy player taking on a newcomer.
Yeah, we'll see how well of a job they get to keep doing. Of course, more of the pressure going to get pushed on T-Blaze now to make up that ground. But if someone's got the grit, I mean, we know T-Blaze does not quit. You're really going to have to earn it off of this fella if you want to fully knock him out. He's got the dog in him. Do a little bit of X-ray and you'll see a pup in his liver, brother. He's not playing. And of course, I mean, we've already seen how disrespectful Baraka gameplay can get, how brazen it can be. We know the ability of his damage, and assuming T-Blaze wants to come in with that and not some other super secret character that we're talking about, Baraka on his own is scary enough. There's always the potential of just kind of beating Baraka when it comes to the matchup, right? Kind of like cutting off his ability to establish that momentum. But there's always the fear of you can't hold him down forever. You have to prep that at some point he's gonna slip past something and get in. And the big difference maker is going to be, how are you going to handle that once he does? Will it break your composure? That'll be a question for us to see, and one for Hey Venus to answer as we progress forward here tonight, prepping for this next matchup once they both on AFK. Hey Venus has already done so, and T-Blaze now on the back burner, trying to keep it going for his team. Let's see if he can do it.
I'm excited.
And don't worry, guys, I'll shut off Como Te Olvido as soon as...
Scorpion. Janet Cage.
All right, here we go. Hey Venus coming out with the Katanye. T-Blaze looking at the Scorp pick.
The Tea House.
I understand congratulations are in order.
How did news of my marriage reach Outworld?
Round one.
Champion pick. No intros for this guy. Backing away. Using the momentum off of that teleport cancel. Here we go. T-Blaze with an early life lead. There's the jump kick.
Alright.
Venus safe.
Venus with the Katana Jacks. We were talking about getting knowledge checked before. As I mentioned, I think this is one of the most knowledge checky team compositions you can have with Katana with Jax. It just brings in not only a great amount of pressure, a surprising amount of counterplay. Don't forget one of the secret utility tools of Jax cameo is his ability to gotcha grab other cameos. So you can, with the right knowledge, kind of shut down a lot of cameo setups that could be game winning or essentially win cons in this game. And then of course, the main pickup of this team outside of like the 2-touch Timmy damage, if you have the execution, is just the hard to blockable setups after that. The pressure essentially never stops if you're ready to represent it, but so far T-Blaze doing an amazing job of dealing with it.
The spear's finally gonna connect.
From here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are not ready.
And you did see Katana getting the startings of a combo with Jax. Not able to follow it up. The spear from fully up close here. The wake up buttons. Trades. There's the wake up. Okay, can we get a combo? No!
All right, nice patience with the throw attempt. Try to empty jump throw. That's so old school, by the way.
It's probably the fact that because up blocking in this game makes it so that throws deal 20% or something crazy like that, right?
But just even to consider it as a tool outside of characters who are usually threatening that mix, like just doing it for the love of it.
That too, honestly. It's a good amount of damage. Katana putting a round on the board here.
Yeah, Hey Venus with a well-timed projectile, and it's hard too, right? Because Katana is usually very, very reliant on being able to space out her opponents with that zoning war. But of course, you've got to concern yourself because it's T-Blaze and it's Scorpion. That teleport's always going to be a threat.
Jumps away is a presence of mind, knowing that teleport cancel is going to lead to trouble.
Been very patient, has T-Blaze, and now gonna get to reap what he sowed off of that in a positive way as he continues to punish Hey Venus here, who's got to consider using this breakaway. Like, we've got 3 bars of meter, and we're pretty much on death's door. We saved it now, so maybe if we can get some offense going, it'll serve us a little better. But yeah, here we go with the shove away. A little bit of the combo drop. Jack's gonna save her there, but you gotta be very concerned. Don't forget, Jax can also hurt you in this throw. Gonna lock down that first point for T-Blaze, who's doing the Janet pickup and didn't even need to. Locking down a point for himself. See if he could catch up a little bit to carry the weight of Corrupted Sight here as he progresses forward. But so far as 1 game closer to doing that. If he can eliminate Hey Venus, will come down to the tiebreaker of T-Blaze versus JP Universe.
Now, will there be a switch?
Scorpion.
I fully expect the Katana to return. Yep, there we go.
Farah.
All right, and we're pulling out the Farah. Switching out the Jax cameo. I think Venus,
I've heard about
as it seemed to be,
Outworld's
if you're paying
palace
attention
intrigue.
during the set, I don't think we got
even worse than
a
you've been
crazy
told.
amount of mileage off of Jax there, and I think we might just be trading that out for damage. Let's just fully lock it on the strat that's working for us.
It could be a comfort thing. We did see a little bit of the momentum with Jax getting started, but then early drops.
Yeah, look at what it's introducing already. We got the combo drop of what should have been like a confirm, and then we just went for the mix anyway. So the whiff of
Gravity
T-Blaze is gonna help.
betraying Scorpion, yes. Oh, letting go preemptively of block. Gonna get launched into some form of pressure here. Another launch. Signs of life here. That has got to be the
45.
beefiest damage we've seen, yeah, from Katana so far.
And that down 2 gonna solidify T-Blaze on death's door here for Team Corrupted Blaze. Got to be real cautious. Got that first game locked in, but I wouldn't allow Venus too much time to get comfortable.
Nice awareness. Here we go. Is going to get that cross-up jump kick. Has really been solidly landing that. Oh. The overhead connecting. Katana getting some decent damage. Oh, tries to punish the flame port charge. It's not going to work. Scorpion absolutely fighting to stay alive here.
He plays really close to bringing this back. Just has to be super cautious about his timing. Beautiful check from Venus. Oh, and spends the Farah cameo. We've got full cooldown on Farah, and I'm even thinking that. Oh, but the T-Blaze dropped. That means it might become a difference maker here. Let's see. Beautiful timing with the air-to-air. They both hesitated a little bit. T-Blaze, kind of with an aerial western there, managed to pull his trigger first. Oh, he's just gut checking her. Hold on. Beautiful off the double Janet pickup. I thought you guys said he was old. Full whip and trying to use that unblockable flame that distance to just take advantage of the hesitation from Hey Venus. Teleport into the throw. Escape failed. If this was MK11, that'd be way scarier.
Crushing blow into 35%. No, thank you.
Oh, drops the confirm, though. We wanted a forward jump there on the side of Hey Venus. Got just a neutral jump up, and that was going to cost the pickup.
Go down.
Kind of leading into great situations. Either T-Blaze again with the Janet confirmed. And it's just going to cash out on the fatal here. I don't hate the idea. We'll bring it down to a guess per game. Neither competitor has enough to break. So the next combo launcher that hits, if we do not have an execution drop, will be all she wrote. It's just a question of who's going to get there first. Oh, and it might be T-Blaze. It's so pivotal he doesn't drop here. This is guaranteed for him if he does not. And T-Blaze on the side of his team for Corrupted Sight with the Brutal, eliminating Hey Venus from team final spot, putting the pressure now back on JP Universe to nut up or shut up.
Believing in that enhanced spear. It is a mid, so you do have to block it. It's so fast too when it comes out, ensuring that if you are trying to duck the original, the raw spear, the way it's been used in this set, you're gonna get clipped into that damage. Okay, so now we're gonna get JP back in here.
Yeah, we'll see as the set progresses. He's going to have to come in and make up some slack for his team there. T-Blaze is just going to be sitting pretty comfortably, not planning on going anywhere, ready for the challenge that's going to present itself in JP Universe. If we stick with the smoke, as we saw earlier, this will be a little secret Lin Kuei battle. If you know who's on team who. Scorpion versus Smoke would be interesting. Of course, there's always the potential from character switches from either side, but both of these competitors seem pretty locked into me so far. One final first to two from both teams to solidify who will be moving forward and who will be ringing it up on loser's side. Whoever loses this battle will have to face on loser's side the Slash Street Boys, which, again, if I had to deal with a team that just lost and is kind of seething at the mouth, I would not be excited to deal with the two of them. So it's going to be very, very important here to try to reduce your ability to do that. That being said, going forward and having to face the Demon Slayers isn't necessarily the greatest prize either. So it's tough no matter where you go. But again, I think having that extra life is part of the reason you want to progress on winner's side if you can help it. Both of our competitors are in the ring. Let's see which one of them will prove the old axiom today.
Smoke.
We do have T-Blaze on the left as player 1 and JP on right as player 2.
We talked about this last night too, right? T-Blaze's ability. He's going back to Scorpion, but we do have to fear the possibility of that sub, right? He does have some egregious tactics with it. You want to be cautious to not get caught up in the mix. Oh, and it does seem like he might be considering, I don't know what he wants. Oh, no, he is going to go for the sub. Okay, so sub will introduce interesting challenges here for Universe on the side of trying to approach with Smoke. He's got to be very careful because one of the main things that could be a big, big obstacle for him is trying to make sure that regardless of how he wants to approach, that he very well times himself to not basically drop himself for free on an ice clone. Let's not forget that one of Sub-Zero's biggest problems could be catching up in damage, but the combination with Jan, it kind of makes up for that, and T-Blaze has already shown he has the execution to do so. Oh, and as we see, barely skims away from the ice clone there, manages to get out of jail for free. Sub-Zero with a rough wake-up armor, depending on the matchup.
And then you already see that damage coming out. Early drop, though. In the corner, the uppercuts are back and doing their thing. There's the overhead launch.
And keep in mind, like, especially with some older Sub-Zero tactics, how much that back two got people to just quit the game on its own.
Without a doubt. Serena catching with the last ring is going to get the launch here. Ooh. Maybe anticipating something there. Oh, come on. The uppercut connecting. That is plus. After a knockdown, Serena should be able to close this out. JP looking solid with those stray hits. Stray hit city for the win.
Very nice with the pickup here. Again, trying to be very cautious about not running into the ice clone, as we mentioned. Beautiful patience from T-Blaze to not answer too fast and is able to block the approach, but didn't get his punish in time.
Keeping it simple here.
Oh my god, the ice clone blocked the projectile, the back two hit Serena, and he still got the launch. That was so many gifted situations in the span of 3 seconds.
And now he's just going to have to guess for his life.
Oh, and he pokes himself into the ice clone. This is T-Blaze's dream, and yeah, get him to spend that defensive meter. And that ice clone is saving him so much too, because you got to keep in mind this is another one of those characters where Serena connects with those blades. You get basically full combo, beautiful punish here from JP.
Empty jump in, it's going to count. Turn poke into an uppercut.
Down one battle between these two. Sub-Zero has a slight advantage in that war with his range, but not enough to secure a victory here, as JP is again going to get that first point on the board for his team, as he was able to do in the last set. The question is whether or not we think T-Blaze will be able to mount the comeback here. He's going to have one more opportunity to do so. The big question for us is going to be, with which character do we think he's going to attempt it?
Definitely the damage behind that Sub-Zero was looking really good. It was just a handful of opportunities there where JP was slugging it out with those uppercuts, and then afterwards gaining the momentum on knockdown, whether it was using Serena to prevent any wake-ups or the that triple hitting, those kicks that are plus on block. They are high, so if you really wanted to, you could kind of work your way up, slowly duck your way out of those attacks. Serena ranks are also highs, so a lot of that pressure kind of sort of can be mitigated by ducking or block ducking and then letting go just in between the attacks when they come out. So just small adjustments are going to make all the difference here.
Let's see, T-Blaze taking his time to think about it. Wants to be very, very confident about whatever he's going to lock in. For character pick here, of course, remember, because JP Universe got that first win, it means that whatever T-Blaze chooses here, he has to be confident will carry him to 2 matches back to back. So he's got to make sure this is what he wants, and he's going to rock it out with the sub again. Let's see how effective that will be for him. As JP Universe is, I'm pretty sure, just going to try to represent the same offense that he did previously, as it was effective enough to get him that first game. Oh, and Serena Reigns going to pick up airborne like that, and T-Blaze just not blocking. He has to consider his lucky stars that JP Universe was not ready for a hard confirm than that. You're going to give me that for freebies? Oh my god, he's just been getting ranged in the face. Don't go over.
Yeah.
Oh, and they have ended up, that forward 4 approach has just been saving JP 50 different times. Right? He just keeps whiffing over T-Blaze, who's been going for low options that it tends to just low crush.
Yeah, and again, you see JP perfectly comfortable just getting those knockdowns into damage, forcing T-Blaze off of the armor, frustrating him. Here we go with the breakaway. Now, meter deficit on T-Blaze's side.
He's trying to rip out those back 4-2s. They are, unfortunately, not a full screen projectile. He does have to step up a little bit if he wants to represent them harder. It's not going to be a giant threat at that distance. But I mean, if you want to walk into Duff City, by all means.
We'll get launched.
And again, T-Blaze try to. It's very. Oh! That's what we're talking about with the eyes closed. You can kind of put it out and sit in front of it, and it mitigates Smoke's ability to teleport behind you. Into the Serena range. We're going to go for the confirm here. I mean, this is one of the classic, I think, Season 1 of Combat League was riddled with Smoke Serena. And it seems we'll just assume JP Universe is a little nostalgic for the old meta. It's just been played it to this day.
You know, if it never left, it's because it always worked.
Oh my god, look at the wall carry we're getting here off of T-Blaze. I don't believe this is gonna pick up. It does! Oh, I've never been more wrong. Here's my autograph. Don't forget about me. I want to talk about what half of those ice shards are gonna keep this hammer. Immediately into the ice clone again. It saves him from the Serena rings one more time. T-Blaze trying to find something. JP Universe is really trying to not throw this. Nice reactions to the projectile. Beautifully timed. Oh, he gets caught there. Wasn't close enough to pick up. Again, the scramble off the forward 4. 15 different times that's happened. Como te olvido. Ooh. JP Universe gonna lock it down for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Eliminating Team Corrupted Blaze as needed to progress forward and increase his chances of succeeding. Unfortunate for our other boys, but it is what it is. Down but not out as they are. Here is the full elimination. JP Universe going to be the only one to survive the entirety of the onslaught in that team battle. So we've had 2 that were full snuffed out and 2 very competitive sets that went to tiebreaker. Let's take a quick moment while we have it to give you a little behind the mindset on our boy JP Universe so you can get an idea of the man, the myth, the legend that just managed to keep his team alive. We'll be back right after this.
Brought to you by the Sento Showdown team, behind the mindset.
Hello, this is Jefferson Palacios or JP. A way that would describe my playing style is I just go with the vibe. I think for me it's for fun. I mean, for Madden and college football, it's always try my best to compete and challenge the computer on higher difficulties. College football, I've never played it before, so now that it's out, I can use like favorite schools that I like. College football provides me like with a lot of fun in terms of competing and online, and everyone is playing it, so it's awesome. And GTA is the greatest game ever. The way I've made it accessible, I'm kind of proud of myself. I mean, I just need to find a way to learn how to drive. I'm pushing there, but I can only do it on the freeway. I just get in there, use AI, and just find everything from there and just find a way to play it. Oh man, what goes to my mind on a match? Something I've learned from sports is I gotta adapt like on a matter of seconds. I want people to play my game. It works a lot of the time because, you know, certain people feel certain ways when I say something on the chat, or if I start to jump more. It's just understanding who I'm playing, how they're playing. I'm not a guy who will give you a nasty combo, but I want to make sure that when I have the chance, any damage will work. Just play my game and learn from what you're doing. Discovering the Sento Showdown was great when it happened. At that time, you could play PlayStation tournaments on MK11, and that was the only way to kind of compete in my case. So when the Sento Showdown came out for the second time on Xbox, I don't know, I got farther than what I thought. I think it was awesome to finish on the top 5. It's one of them things where I just sit down and tell myself, well, if I'm here and I'm still advancing, like, it's for a reason. So, you know, my main thing is to put the message that doesn't matter how you want to play, doesn't matter what buttons you want to press, just hope they're the best buttons and hope they're gonna connect, hope your opponent is doing something unnecessary. Just go out there and do your thing. Something about me is that, I mean, I love competing, I love winning, and outside of video games like sports, I try my best to encourage, like, even if I'm losing, I take it as a perfect chance to keep me on the right place in my head. And if I'm on top, I try to, you know, encourage who I'm playing against, a team or individual, to, you know, keep on going, keep on fighting, because I love competitiveness on sports. I love music. I mean, the beauty of just making art, mixing, mastering it, getting it ready to enjoy. I mean, the entire process is just amazing. To me, it's nothing better than that.
And there, ladies and gentlemen, was a little look into the Homeboy JP universe. Again, as I said, our resident Romeo Santos. You pick whatever, you know, Willie Colon. I don't care. Whoever you listen to, I don't want to disrespect them, but they, you know, they gotta, if they were still around making music that hard, they got a little competition to worry themselves about. You thought you knew Bad Bunny? Ugh.
You got a collab. That's the key.
Wait until you meet JP Universe. Guys, with that said, we've got a couple more matches to go before we solidify our top 4 teams for tomorrow's bracket. Again, remember, tomorrow we'll be live. Same time, same place. Don't miss it. We're going to take a small intermission break to set a couple of things up, and then we'll be back in somewhere between 3 to 5 minutes with the remaining half of our pool qualifiers today for Season 5 of the Sento Showdown. Make sure to check out the match arena while we're gone if you haven't already. And outside of that, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
What is up, chat? Welcome back to the Sento Showdown Season 5. We're gonna pick up with all of the matches that we got pending. Of course, right now, we're gonna keep it going with Controlled Chaos versus Deadly Alliance going down in the winner's side. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, we'll have the opportunity to run my matches as well on stream. And then depending on if we have enough time, we're going to be running the rest of the losers round 2 as well. So be sure to stick around. Make sure you got those snacks, those drinks, everything good to go. So Kevin, what we got going on, bro?
Listen, we are prepping for the matchup of the century coming up right now. You already got one taste of it. Prepare for a second one. Controlled Chaos is going to be in the arena, prepping to take on the Deadly Alliance. We now, again, are at the ultimatum of our winners round 2 bracket, as these teams managed to secure one victory under their belt, and a second one here would not only establish a crazy amount of momentum for all competitors involved, but would guarantee them a slot in tomorrow's second half of the top 4 teams. Let's go ahead and switch over and get into the action there as we prepare to witness, of course, Captain Earshot take the point for his team, as it was again before for Team Deadly Alliance, where Thumbless Combat is going to come up in the beginning. We are expecting Melina versus Baraka, and it seems based on what we're seeing on character select, we're going to get no different here. Earshot for Controlled Chaos. Thumbless Combat for Team Deadly Alliance. Which one of these competitors is going to have what it takes to not only progress themselves, but be the biggest hurdle in their opponent's way and locking down this set? Let's see as they approach. We got the Battle of the Tarkat here.
This is a canon match, actually, for those OG MK fans. Back then, they actually, MK Deception used to promote these two actually on the promotional material. But now, new timeline, everything's different now. But these guys are bringing it back. As we got Captain Earshot right now launching with the zoning.
You remember, guys, back in the day where these two were just freaks of nature, and nowadays they're both good guys, just victims of circumstance. And you want to talk about being a victim of circumstance. If any one of them manages to drown the other one in their related Tarkat pressure, it can get egregious. And keep in mind, too, these are two of the biggest characters on the roster. When it comes to taking advantage of Fatal Blow, they both now have the ability to spend their Fatal Blow for cancel confirms. I can't guarantee we'll see a lot of it tonight, but you got to keep in mind that it's there. You can reroute yourself off of Fatal Blow cancels into complete Tarkat nonsense. We'll see if either one of them decides to pull out that strat. I believe some Melina player tonight attempted to do it and got the drop, but listen, never say never. Here's the Scorpion pickup we talk about. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we're going for the double confirm into the 50%er.
Look at that, they just got him in the corner too. That forward is so nasty, dude.
Yeah, one of the rough parts about Melina using her forward 4 to armor break too is that Baraka does unfortunately have one of the slowest starting wake up armor specials in the game with his back forward 3. If there's any armor break setup, it works on Baraka doing that. You have to be very, very cautious. But Thumbless Combat using an aerial approach to try to make up the difference here. Let's see if it'll save him, as Captain Earshot has secured a pretty strong lead so far.
Nice defense with Thumbless Combat, though. Usually a lot of people get by that mix.
Being brazen here, using Striker. Yeah, trying to not allow Captain Earshot to get any room to progress. And keep in mind, too, that projectile, we've seen the full confirms we can get off of that. He'll be very cautious as he manages to find it anyway. Securing point 1 and securing it pretty fast. This fella's got places to go. He's got women to beat off with a stick. You know,
Captain Earshot takes the first match.
Yeah, you talk about ethnic boys hanging out at Home Depot. He's not there for any of the tools, bro. He's got to buy more sticks to get these girls away. All right, they break easily and they keep coming. In the second attempt here, we'll see.
Are we gonna stick into the Baraka?
Yeah, repping that straight. I don't think Thumbless has any concern about switching this team. The same way we don't have any concern about you guys potentially looking at the match arena if you've yet to do so. Again, I'll drop the link in chat, ! Match arena. We'll take you there if you want to find it later yourself. Claim the free coupon codes on the right hand side of the screen. Ignore that I typoed and you never noticed.
Round 1.
Hold on, I gotta wait. My message is too identical to the one that I sent before. I didn't typo. All right, whatever. We'll figure it out later. But when the match arena link pops up in chat, guys, Rattlehead posted it earlier. Katanye posted all the time. You can head over there, contribute with the free coupon code at 25 cents to the pot. We're at $1,003.50 so far.
Ooh, let's go. Nice.
I'm just trying to
down.
Come back here.
Back to the back 3. Connects.
Shot in the sexy schmexy.
Oh, that could have nice with punish.
It's a difficult move to whip punish as well. Here's the pickup. I mean, this could potentially kill if he had more resources to work with. It's crazy too, because that back 3-1 can be ducked, but sometimes it is worth just playing it safe. Yeah, you don't want to get mixed.
Well, the respect right now. Oh, the projectile.
He flawless blocked that. He didn't even mean to, chat. Oh, and just continuing to chase down. And if Captain Earshot can continue to progress this way, he'll have a very, very nice early start for his team. Take a lot of the pressure off of Cito, who, I mean, listen, we'll still have a challenge in front of him dealing with Kid Vision's Katana, assuming that we see that again. Thumbless Combat.
I just don't. You cannot go for the full string. If Captain can catch that, that's a complete whip punish. The overhead projectile.
Let's see, trying to preemptively up block. I think he's worried about the teleport. Oh, not close enough to get that overhead. I'm not even sure if Earshot would have been able to block it. So very cautious the two of them are playing there. Nice down two to get under it. Is he about to mount a thumbless comeback?
He dropped it.
Oh, and it's looking like it. So literally, if he could get in there and just go for 4-4-4-4, he might be able to kill it too far.
Punish.
But again, Captain Earshot not contesting that back 3-1, is just letting it rip. And thumbless combat with this. And can I see the future, chat? There was the comeback we were talking about. A couple of anyans from the sake of Baraka. Manages to get a little clip on Scorpion. Gonna eliminate that from Earshot's toolkit momentarily. And now we are getting into a little bit of a Tarkat and tussle. These scrambles have been extreme. Nice patience. Beautiful contest. Maybe something a little faster next time, but Earshot gonna work his magic with that overhead. And falls for the bait. Here's the pickup from Thumbless.
Oh, the drop though. Picks it up again. Nice. Oh no.
Catches him again. And that down two is gonna continue. That back three is the wonder button today. Oh, when he goes for the chip out sequence and he finds it, thumbless combat. Able to slow down the pace and kind of put Captain Earshot on a mental back foot of hesitation and take advantage of it with this incredible chip out sequence. I mean, people complain enough about how egregious Striker cameo is. And I think Thumbless definitely did not help that case just now using that strategy against Earshot. So this is going to be first elimination on the board with the victor of this next set, who's going to be the first one to have to bite the bullet for their team. Nobody wants to be that person, but somebody's got to be. I think this guy might actually have thought, maybe he plays on leverless. Maybe he plays on leverless.
Your demands best not be extortionate, Baraka.
Maybe it's maybe it's no thumbs and then just testicles for the jump button. You never know.
Yeah, you never know, man. You know, that's what I mean.
Listen, when you're impaired, you make it work. You know what I'm saying?
You make it work. That's right.
Depending on your gender, you got an extra finger between, so maybe we got to place it. Here we go with the pressure again.
Oh, you got him in the corner.
Yeah, and he's going to go for Opti setups here. Oh, a little bit of a drop with a mistimed Scorpion.
The pressure at match point.
He has fight box, no thumbs. I mean, look at blind toes plays with their toes. Anything's possible.
And RIP to blind warriors. I mean, what do you call it? Bloody legs. But I mean, that dude played with his tongue, So there you go. You can do anything.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let that fella hit you, bro.
Right, punish! Oh, he did the right punish.
Oh, that overhead sneaky again, dude. It's so hard. Got the tail end, and again, that wake up armor too slow for the punish, and nice stand block this time, not falling for the bait. Earshot up around. Thumbless needs to fight back here. It's getting close. He'll come up on some meter to break her, but it's going to be a little late to have that. Spends it anyway.
Yeah. It's on lab support now.
Cannot take a hit here. And again, keep in mind too, has no meter to work with, so he needs like a pretty good confirm. Cannot rely on meter for the extra launcher, and Earshot just going to push for the chip out. Definitely was not happy about that first round and decided to lock it down with the second one. Captain Earshot putting in the work for his team and eliminating thumbless combat from Team Deadly Alliance.
Bro, having Captain Earshot on the winner's side is just one of the scariest things you can experience. But
horrifying.
But now, I mean, right now though, I feel like the playing field has kind of leveled up more. I mean, we saw Prince J, that Cyrex, that Havoc looking ridiculous. I mean, we got players right now. TJ, of course, like you can never count out these players now. It's a whole different environment.
And listen, every year it only gets more and more difficult. Let's take a quick look at the team graphic again, just to get us an update there. And of course, there we see Captain Earshot with the Molina on his side, serving up the work. Blurry Cedo still available, will be coming in next. And unfortunately, Thumbless Combat's Baraka going to be holding the first L for Team Deadly Alliance. But we'll see Thumbless Combat out of the session here. We're going to give Earshot a chance to AFK and then send the invite out to Kid Vision, who is going to have quite possibly one of the most egregious katanas to have to deal with. We've already seen the full capabilities of what Vision has to offer. Whether it's Kid Vision, whether it's no Vision, if Vision's in the name, concern is the game. But we'll see as we prep for these competitors to work their way back in here. A lot of fun matchups to rep out, a lot of fun matchups to be had. And of course, with the bracket update, for those of you who are still catching up, we are running currently /Street Boys versus Corrupted Blaze in the background off stream. When we get the update of the victor from that set, we'll figure out. After this set, we'll move forward to watching the Demon Slayers take on Final Spot. And then we'll give you an update after that on what's going on with the loser side of the bracket and how much of it we're going to witness on stream for tonight. But we'll see. Should be fun. Cedo available in the arena. Vision is here. Let's get them un-AFK'd and ready to play.
Don't forget tomorrow, y'all, as well. Top 4, essentially top 8, is going down same time, same channel. So don't forget to, we'll see you there tomorrow. So as right now, we're enjoying these sets right now. It's going down tomorrow. We can decide who's going to be crowned the 2 champions this time around.
Same time, same place. If you get it mixed up, we will judge you. And no surprise here from the competitors with their character choices as they've stemmed out today. Let's see how Peacemaker deals with trying to counter his own katana. Might not be the easiest, but again, he does have that gravity. That anti-gravity helmet does help.
Fight.
And a couple of different tools too. There are some kind of knowledge checking things that katana at distance is used to being safe with. Torpedo can kind of get in there and create a problem for that. The threat of Eagly is always going to have to make her hesitate on her timing. As we mentioned before, anti-gravity, and don't forget too with the inclusion of Kano knives to protect it, as you saw just there. So a lot of return obstacles for katana to deal with. She's usually the queen of counter zoning. This, I don't imagine this being her easiest matchup.
It doesn't look like it. That projectile from her seems to be quite slow in comparison to that gunshots right there. And of course, Kano.
Oh, and
He's still
Cedo
going
too,
for it,
also
though.
very importantly, getting the down one on the Movado to, again, remember, cool down the cameo timer. That's very helpful.
Oh, he didn't convert enough of that.
Okay, still anybody's game here. Oh, beautiful read on the 2-2 string with the grab, duck under it. We're going to spend the fatal. I don't even know if we necessarily needed it, but a round secured is not a round wasted. It's very hard to complain about a wasted fatal blow if it secures victory to some effect.
I feel like the only time it's wasteful, and this happens to, I don't know if any other blind player has happened to, like, but sometimes you don't pay attention to that last hit sound, and you end up doing the fatal blow anyway, so that would be a waste. Instead of just casting out the damage.
Alright, let's see. Try to develop an obstacle course. Tool-assisted neutral skip. Both of them throwing out scrambles and just missing each other. Nice with the mine set up. We're going to go into the stand list. Anti-gravity, going to get him out of that situation. Oh, the projectile shield counter. You don't see that too often anymore. But it does still have its uses. Alright, anti-gravity again. I mean, that has been his biggest tool so far.
Yeah, I don't know about the zoning war though.
Oh, nice with the MIGs. Remembered Vision's tendency to try to duck on that 2-2 straight. Wants to show him there are more layers to be concerned about. Nice patience. Oh, but that backdash back too. So fundamental to her game plan. Oh my god, and the spacing trap off the backdash back two again.
Hey, with the brutal, yo, that backdash was kind of nuts though. The whiff punish into the brutal.
Katana wins.
All right, Kid Vision, a little sneaky victory on the board, trying to hold it down for his team. A lot of pressure on Vision to carry the rest of this set. Let's see if he'll be able to do so.
will we see a tiebreaker? I feel like we were gonna see a tiebreaker. I don't know.
Potentially. I mean, listen, Sento wasn't fully cleared in that matchup. He brought a lot to the table, and it definitely wasn't the easiest victory. I think sans a couple of drops, that could have been a pretty easy secured game for him. We'll wait and see if he can bring it back here. Vision, I'm sure, would love to eliminate him here and get some more momentum going, but Sento not even... Notice the lack of hesitation to even consider the character switch. He knows how close that was, and he knows 1 or 2 adjustments will bring that right back around for him.
What would be fun, Earthrealmer?
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, the waving from both players. Catches him, no convert.
Alright, down for a 2 check from Vision. Oh, beautiful pickup off of the jumping kick, yeah. And those bullets, those are going to crumple regardless of how they hit. Human Torpedo, easy cash out damage. Again, so many attempts to introduce Eagly here for easy pickup. Vision has not been susceptible to it, right as I stated. Oh, and square waves himself right into trouble. Sento ready for the pickup. Anti-gravity. Okay, now we are getting into a beautifully timed sequence of just checking my fella at full screen.
Fight.
Yeah, this zoning warriors does not benefit.
Yeah, not as easy. Not as easy as Vision would hope.
Nice grab.
Anti-gravity again. Oh, beautiful. I was wondering how he was going to deal with that whip, but just going for the back force. Pretty steezy. Oh, gets crumpled by the last bullet. Let go a little too early. Oh my god, and Sento just cannot miss right now. And the chip out, yeah, you have to be very cautious with how you answer that. All right, as far as games go for this round so far, we are tied up 1-1. Next, Victor gets the elimination for their team. Can Sento lock it in and bring Controlled Chaos forward in this tournament? Or is Kid Vision about to provide the upset of a century and pull Captain Earshot back out of the dungeon to show him who's daddy?
Will we see a switch, though? I know that he's not going to switch Katana, but I know he's got a few cameos up his sleeve depending on the matchup.
Which one would you consider if you were him? No, we're locked in. Okay, but what options were you thinking about when saying that?
We're locked in. I would have gone sub, but I mean it's a little risky too, though, because you got anti-gravity, so you can avoid the clone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you try to summon, sub to give you the ice armor, that bullet is too fast to even pull it up, so it would be very risky.
That would be fun.
I think this pickup might be good. He just needs to lock in, try to jump over the projectiles. He actually needs to duck those projectiles too, because he's taking that extra chip damage from the bullets. Those are highs.
Yeah, and it's not really attempting to even try to introduce up block as a threat to anti-gravity. You do have a little bit of time to notice the pickup, especially the way that Sento's been repping them out. Up block can get full combo punishes for that if you're ready, and in fact, not been taking a chance. I get wanting to play it safe, but when a tool is getting used that ad nauseum against you, you've got to introduce some reason for Sento to be concerned about it. And right now, he is not continuing to rep the same exact pressure from full screen with the pickup and the extra damage from the Kano knives. Almost secured round 1 already. And now Sento also introducing the pea shooter to try to discourage Vision from even going for the aerial routes. No square waves, no jumping at me.
Oh no, one more hit, and there it is again. Yeah. Anti-gravity.
Ready to make peace? Round 2. Fight.
Oh, and the eagerly and the Kano knives, he still gets to connect. He almost went for Opti pickoff up the 2-tagger.
Nice pickup.
Send him back full screen. And notice too how Kid Vision's new strategy is kind of to close the gap. That zoning war hasn't been the best, but we have gotten a lot of mileage off of the spacing trap. The back throw again.
Oh, puts himself in the corner though, but
forward
won't matter.
Gut check. Hit Meade enough.
The side switch too. Nice. can't afford to take this damage.
Playing it very cautious here.
Yeah, you gotta find your way in. Nice block.
See, it was just well timed away. I mean, at this point, he essentially can anti-gravity for chip. Yeah. Or we could just play the neutral game. And we get a very fast elimination, plus a couple of Sento shuffles from my boy Blurry Cito. Again, it is not Halloween anymore. Please, guys, get a little more topical. Please. That is gonna
That was last week.
You know what I'm saying? It passed, guys. It passed. Take a little look at the team graphic here again as Team Controlled Chaos is going to move forward effectively, eliminating from winner's side, not in totality, Team Deadly Alliance. Both Thumbless Combat and Kid Vision will have to fight for their right to party on the loser's half of the bracket. Hopefully, if they can get their next victory secured, they can still qualify for our top form team segment tomorrow. We'll see whether or not they're able to do that. Let's get back to the commentary slot as we prep for this next matchup and get invites handled. Oh, guys, how are we feeling so far? Quite a Sento showdown this year, eh?
I feel like this format, I mean, we already said it a few times already, but it is more stressful.
Very
you
stressful.
only have two sets. That's it. And then the tiebreaker, you know, it's basically one and done, right? So it creates this tension. And you can tell even on the gameplay, even for the players who are in the winner's side, you can tell like they're, you know, they might get a little flustered or, you know, any little mistake can cost you the match. But, you know, the key here is composure, right? If you do not have the composure, any little mistake can cost you the whole match. So, but I mean, this new format, I think was a great introduction. You know, every year we definitely try to, you know, spice it up a bit here and there. And if we felt like this time around we wanted to do this, and I feel like it's turning out pretty well. I don't know what Chad thinks about this format, but yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, I've been very much enjoying myself. And to me, that's all that matters. Who cares what Chad thinks? It's all about how I feel.
Who cares about the Chad? It's about how Kevin feels. Let's go.
We're not concerned about Chad at all. We've never been.
Nah.
All right, next set coming up. We'll also finalize the second half of a winner semifinals tomorrow. And you want to keep in mind, guys, that this also does mean that on the side of Controlled Chaos, Captain Earshot and Cito are locked in for winner's side top 4 tomorrow. So that's got to make you feel good. How you feeling, Earshot?
Oh, I am pumped. You know what? I think for the first time all evening, I really feel the confidence boost kicking in. Because everyone who knows me that knows when I get into the headspace of competing, I really just try to keep myself grounded. I don't underestimate my opponents, and so this was all just really trying my hardest and really taking stock of everybody that I've been going with against. And Blurry Cito, I'm so proud of my teammate. Like, I always believed he was the stronger of the two of us going into this. So I just because of the practice, right? Because I didn't compete last year. He didn't compete last year either. But he's been doing a lot of the T-Blaze events, and he's infamously known for OCVing all of us, all of the blind FGC in a previous 2 versus 2 event that T-Blaze held. And I have mad respect for that. Like, we never saw no sun or shine of his teammate because we didn't have to, because Blurry Cito had everything locked down on with the Peacemaker and the Havoc and everything you're seeing him do tonight. So I'm just proud of just his own merit. He's carrying his weight on the team, and I'm happy to be able to do that with him as well. So I'm feeling it. I'm ready for semifinals tomorrow. Whoever we get, we're gonna give them a run for their money.
And we'll see who that is shortly. But very quick, before we take a visit into semifinals, we do want to give one nice shout out to one of the competitors who unfortunately couldn't make it today, that originally would have been slotted to play and might have caused way different results depending on whether or not that was the case. In RC CashFlow, one of our favorite competitors and members in general of the blind community. We lost your cam there, Cap. Bring it back when you can. So while we get that technical difficulty fixed and while we prep invites for this next on-stream set. Route ahead if you want to send those out while we wait. Let me double check here. Yada, for final spot. So for JP Universe and Hey Venus. So in the least for JP Universe for starters. And who are they playing again? And Demon Slayer. So for Prince J and JP Universe, while we have time, we're going to take a quick couple-minute break to introduce you guys, if you haven't been lucky enough to meet them already, and to one of our favorite competitors, RC CashFlow, in our second Behind the Mindset segment. Check them out.
To you by the Sento Showdown team, Behind the Mindset.
Right off. Dang, right off the rip.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Rodolfo Castro, and I go by RC Cashflow online. I would describe my playstyle as extreme rushdown. I tend to go for the characters who have mix, like overheads and lows. Basically, I just like the characters that play with 50-50s. I also try to think about the character's lore and see if their backstory is cool. Honestly, I'm just too much into the rushdown and trying to overwhelm my opponent that even if the character doesn't really have mix, I'll still try to make it work. The thing that excites me about playing competitively is obviously winning, but the thing that I like more is when the win is off some crazy type of comeback, like being down 2-0 and stuff like that, and being able to just get in the zone and be able to make that comeback. One of the main ways that I try to deal with the pressure in situations like that is just to think about the match as a casual set and not really as a tournament set. It just kind of eases off the pressure and just don't give in to the nerves.
Kind of hard to get in combo though, but you can do it.
So I found out about the Sento Showdown a few years ago. I didn't really know there was a whole community of visually impaired and blind players. So I tried to hit up this streamer that I'd be watching, and I tried to see if she would be down to host an event just between me and the other blind visually impaired players that I knew, so that we would get a chance to get some exposure. And then she told me about people that were at the time hosting events for blind and visually impaired people on the Xbox side of things. And it was just pretty dope to find out that there had been a whole community the whole time. And then the first time I played in one of the Sento Showdown's tournaments was in Season 3 back in 2022. Ended up taking 4th place. Playing against other visually impaired and blind players in a competitive setting has been a really cool experience.
They always come back.
One thing that I would like people to remember me by is my play style. I'm all about the 50-50s, trying to overwhelm my opponents with mix, and whether I win or lose the set, I like to think that I gave whoever my opponent is a challenge.
Second apple fight kick. This is all day.
All right, so there's our little introduction into RC CashFlow. Again, the competitor that you unfortunately missed this time around in Sento Showdown Season 5, but for any more of the BFGC competitions, or anytime T-Blaze is holding a weekly, or even right here next year on the Sento Showdown, I'd be very concerned if I was you about potentially running into RC CashFlow again, one of our favorite blind FGC members. We're shooting out invites right now to Prince J and JP Universe, and we'll get this final matchup underway. I'll take a little bit of a look at the potential team compositions that we will have here as we get ready for those matchups to progress. On the team of Prince J and Baron Sun, Prince J has been coming in with the Havoc. We've seen the adjustment of switching over from Havoc Jax to Havoc Movado, which I think almost any other Havoc main would suggest if you wanted to continue playing this character competitively. Of course, Havoc Jax is a great option, but it's just not going to be as meta-defining as Havoc Movado is. And Baron Sun, who's had the ability to switch back and forth between the Astra and the Sector, has definitely chosen to go the Astra route more often than not, at least on day 1. We'll see if that switches either within this set or by day 2. And on behalf of JP Universe and Hey Venus, representing Team Final Spot, JP has been pretty locked in with the smoke for the entire day. And of course, Hey Venus with the Katana. And we've been seeing the wondrous work that Katana puts in as a character on her own. If she has not necessarily taken a set, she's at least been an extremely difficult character to deal with for players as they try to progress with her ability to not only frame trap, spacing trap, hard to blockable setup, what have you. Both of our competitors are here and they're ready to go. Let's see what they've got. And again, don't forget the stakes, guys. Over $1,000 pot. And on top of that, this is the match that will secure you into winners semis tomorrow. Which, by the way, if you weren't sure about it, locks you in for top 3 placement regardless. So even if you win this match and you lose every single game tomorrow, you still make it in. So it's very, very important, stressful set here. Probably the most stressful winners match you can have outside of being on loser's side for our first day.
About its benefits.
Round 1.
Our competitors are ready to go. And we have, by the way, Havoc Sub-Zero versus Cyrax Sector. So this is gonna be interesting. Cyrax and Sector can introduce a lot of like interesting Oki situations with the introduction of the missiles and of course the safety of the double missile. Earshot, I hear you itching to introduce something. What you got, King?
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you. I'm nodding along as I'm listening to you. I think the Havoc here is, if it weren't for the fact that he's so beefy, I mean, even though Cyrax is gonna try and chip as much as they can, clearly she's gonna come out on top. That health really making a difference.
Fight.
Universe again trying to introduce something beefy if he can help it to shut this down, but Prince J just not giving him the opportunity, just snuffing out all of the free space he has. And Havoc, again, don't forget, not only is one of the strongest characters in the game, but even during his weaker inception in the earlier seasons of Mortal Kombat 1, was considered to be one of the harder weirdo characters to deal with, right? Very awkward to shut down, to find perfect answers for, can sometimes kind of squeak his way out of situations, and is at distances where he's hard to interact with. And now on top of that, he's also one of the best characters in the game. Beautiful up block on that string. Are you kidding me?
Definitely aware of what the options are, aware that JP likes to finish that string and is going to break away here for an option to possibly make a comeback. Is it not enough? Of course not.
No, just decided off of that Sub-Zero parry to not even let him move forward. And we're getting the update in chat. I'm pretty sure that the Slash Street Boys beat Corrupted Blaze 4-0. So they will be moving forward on the losers half of the bracket. Get you the update right now, which means that they will be slated to play the Deadly Alliance in losers round 2. We'll figure out momentarily, depending on how long this set goes, whether or not we'll witness that live. We are still way ahead of our predetermined schedule, so we might get an opportunity. We maybe would be a little more encouraged to do that if we see a couple more Matcherino codes claimed, guys. If you want, exclamation point Matcherino. We've still got 36 codes remaining, and our pot's already over $1,000. We can get it to like, I think, $1,012.50 is about where the math would go. But hey, free money is great money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. It's at least worth a lot. The latte's worth there. You know, the $12.50 and change. You know.
And I will say, guys, do not let me catch you being one of the teams that slates in a slot to get paid out, and you don't give yourself a couple of extra cents, where I will judge you. I understand doing it for the love of the game, but come on, you do it for the love of the change as well.
Totally. Oh, the trade's not in.
Now, this is going to be interesting to me, too, because when I was asking around for a character mains, JP was pitched to me as a Lao player. This is going to be my first instance of getting to see it tonight. We'll see if it's going to be a case of too little, too late. Of course, Lao Sector, pretty solidified team at this point. Very, very heavily showcased by, I think, who most would be considered to be kind of like the creator of the teams like Meta Conception and Online Kill. And we've just seen a bunch of Lao players be able to take to it so easy ever since then. Misses the opportunity for the pickup there, but that overhead going to be beefy. JP immediately, again, shutting down the momentum the second his opponent gets any footing going. He tries to not let it happen. And Havoc is a pretty decent character to reserve a lot of your armored meter, too, depending on how you want to route your offense.
Checking any advancing movement from JP. Going to switch sides there with the command grab. Oh.
Oh, falls for the bait. And now nobody would break her. Oh, that armored off the down back one.
It's anyone's game.
Oh, it's about to be the end of it. Yeah, if this doesn't drop, Prince J locking down the first and quickest elimination we might have had of the night, taking out JP Universe for team's final spot, which is going to leave nothing but Hey Venus dangling in the weeds, trying to prep for quite the task. Not only get through Baron's Son, but get through Prince J as well after that if you can get it to the tiebreaker. One problem at a time is going to be my recommendation here. Baron's Son, the first issue we have to concern ourselves with. The question is going to be, are we dealing with Asha, which is my assumption, or are we going to be taking a little peek at some Sector gameplay? When it comes to Baron, you never know. Whatever he believes will do the job.
Absolutely, and Baron's gotta be thinking it's time to stop pulling any punches because whatever may have happened between TJ and the Ashra pick from earlier, he's definitely hopefully awake now and ready to go. This is time to lock in.
We're going to prep to send these invites out. Assuming Venus comes in with the katana, this could be a big help. I mean, if somebody's going to do a decent job of outzoning Ashra. We also saw the implementation of how well that game plan can be used against Baron's Son when we had to deal with TJ, the blind gamer, who was quite effectively the best at preventing Baron's Son to kind of run the fundamental rudimentary game plan that Baron's Son likes to introduce. Had Baron's Son on character select considering Sector, because of how annoying it was. Now, Katana will do that in a different way for sure, but we'll still be able to introduce the same strategy potentially. We'll see, one, if that's the route we choose to go for, two, how effective it is if we get there.
And invites have been sent out. Please let us know if you are able to join.
Now, considering how fast this is going, chat, there's a decent chance that after this, we will have the losers play again to take on Team Project X13 and potentially even get to see the totality of Deadly Alliance versus Slash Street Boys again. We'll have updates for you shortly regarding whether or not we're going to showcase that on stream today, or they're just going to have to throw their best haymakers and pray that they can make it into day 2. And again, for those of you who do not remember, day 2 will be live tomorrow, 4 p.m. CST, 5 p.m. EST, again on Rattlehead's channel. If you made it here today, that means I know you can make it tomorrow. Outside of that, guys, how are we feeling about the 2v2 format this year? You let me know in chat. Do we like it? Do we want more of it? Getting oiled up tomorrow is crazy. I'm not even going to be on camera tomorrow. I'm putting Rattlehead back on. It'll be a coin flip, and we'll be placing bets, and the loser has to get oiled up on stream. What if I have a date tomorrow? A blind date? That's cute. I couldn't resist the pun. I'm sorry. If it was anybody else but Toads, I would have let it slide. But because it was you. All right, so we're just we're just waiting for.
Oh, you know what? Hey, Venus.
Yeah.
Can you help me? Do you have him on your recent players? I'm trying to pull him up.
Maybe not. I'll try to see. Hold on.
Let me. Because I only have him on the WB list, but he's not appearing. Where'd he go?
Hey, Venus, I have it here. I'll shoot an invite out.
Okay, thank you.
Add friend. Yeah, Venus, can you accept that friend request?
Sorry about that.
Oiling up for a hot dog is crazy. There's enough videos of that online. We do not need more. Hey, listen, since I didn't make them, I didn't upload them, but they are out there. Or can I do it like this? Can I do this and then do this? Let's try this. All right, I just shot another invite out to Venus. Oh, and big shout outs to Rattlehead for the Matcherino code contribution. Love to schlee it. Love to schlee it. Give me your toothbrush before you throw it out. It's a little too late. Let me do this also while I'm here. Claim my other code. And... okay, I don't know if... so we have... oh, we're just prepping for losers matches after this, maybe? We've got a bunch of fellas in here. We've got everybody but Venus.
What's going on?
Come on, guys.
Venus, are you in chat? JP, has he checked in with you?
I'll bring us back to comms while we wait.
Okay.
We are at a grand total, guys, of $1,004 now in this match arena pot.
1004. Quite hefty. We could start running a timer on this match.
All right, it may be unfortunate, JP. The pressure is going to be on you. Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes. Once we hear ding, 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 guys, it may be unfortunate, but it might be it.
See if you can get a hold of him. Let me see.
Oh, Siri. Okay, you buy another minute because I have to restart it. Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes. Who is playing off stream? Off stream? I think right now off stream everybody's waiting just to double check that we're not going to put it on stream. Doubly so now. I see that we have the entirety of the Slash Street Boys in here.
They're trying to get on stream. Okay.
my bad, Rattle. I didn't mean to. Let's see an on stream. Well, assuming this one goes with DQ, we'll have a bunch of extra time. I'd love for Venus to make it, but you know, I get when fellas got to be strict.
They might have checked out after that that last set.
Yeah, listen, JP Universe's next song is going to be about you if you don't hurry it up. And it might not be positive, bro.
It's going to be a diss track.
It's going to be a diss track. I don't speak Spanish, but I'll learn it for a Hey Venus diss track. He's trying to get in. Something is wrong with his game. Okay, let me know.
Oh, okay.
Communication pauses the timer.
It does, indeed.
Who are you supposed to be playing? You are supposed to be playing Deadly Alliance, so Thumbless and Kid Vision, not necessarily guaranteed on stream yet. I think they pulled you into the room a little preemptively.
I didn't invite them, but I think they kind of just joined. I think the invite it sticks around.
Still active, maybe. Yeah, there might have been a bit of a miscommunication with that. We're right now waiting for Venus to get in here to run the last winner side match. But we'll keep you updated. How much of Losers we streams depends on how fast these matches go.
But if you guys do want to play your matches off stream, if people do need to get out of here, please.
Yeah, if you'd like to be done sooner rather than later, you can go ahead and still play it, just not in here yet.
Yeah.
I understand the pun there, Tease Blaze, and I'm going to give it time to figure out whether or not I like that pun. On who is supposed to play off stream. It is the loser of this next match that's coming up. So Project X13 is waiting for whoever loses this set, and the other set that's locked in is Deadly Alliance versus Slash Street Boys and losers round 2. All right, I'm going to shoot out an invite again.
All right.
And then if not, I guess we could give it a chance to try to remake.
We could actually remake the hill while we're at it, just to freshen it up.
Do you want to do that preemptively?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Give us a sec, guys. We're going to remake the hill.
We can go to the break screen real quick, and we'll be right back with you.
Okay, give us 2 seconds, guys. We'll be right back. All right, what is going on, everybody? So we've got a little bit of an update. We tried to give it as much time as we could, but we're getting a little confused with the absence of Venus and the level of communication because we can't really tell on our end. So we're going to move on to the loser side of the bracket to get some action on stream for Deadly Alliance and Slash Street Boys. So we will be looking for Thumbless Combat and Blindsight Blue to come into the room to run that set. As far as JP Universe and Hey Venus, we're going to ask you guys to communicate with Rorschach about whether or not you're still able to run that set, and then we'll base it off of how that goes. But it might get left to whether or not Baron's Son feels like waiting or not, given the amount of time that it took. So that's how we've got it sorted for now. So we're going to shoot out invites again to Blindsight and to Thumbless Combat. Get you guys in the room and then get that set on stream. There also seems to be some confusion with the accessible bracket. I'm going to adjust it on my end in between matches to try to potentially clear some of that up. So hopefully that'll be easier. But on loser side, we do have a slated match already prepped between Deadly Alliance and Slash Street Boys. So for the sake of stream, that's going to be our focus right now.
And invites are being sent out now.
All right, so just forgive us, guys, while we last second just get this stuff set up, and then we'll be all good to go.
Okay, Baron. With that, you can actually exit the King of the Hill.
Yeah, if you don't
just so that it doesn't lock you in, with someone else.
Thank you.
And both Blindsight Blue and Thumbless Combat are in this hill, which means we can get this next set on the road.
All right, and we'll see what character picks we get here as soon as these fellas are locked in and ready to go. It'll be an interesting one to witness in the least.
Yes, I think Blindsight, again, has had that chance to warm up. Was a little bit of a shakedown in that first game. And now it's all about the redemption arcs at this point in the losers rounds, making those climbs.
And again, here are our teams as they are slayed out. Thumbless, you can un-AFK whenever you're ready. We're good to go. Yeah, so it'll be Blindsight Blue and TJ the Blind Gamer taking on Thumbless Combat and Kid Vision. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, do remember that now we are on loser side. So this does mean we are going to watch a team for the first time tonight get fully eliminated from the bracket. Has to happen to somebody. We always hope it doesn't happen to you, but you can only kill so much time.
They will do their best, and that is all they can ask for.
Yeah. Taking on the Deadly Alliance is the Slash Street Boys. Let's see how this progresses here. We're going to get the Smoke Rain versus the Baraka Striker again. I'll say Smoke Rain. What am I saying? You put a little bit of pink on him, and I get mixed, guys. I get mixed. But I never get mixed harder than you. That's all I care about. But yeah, the Smoke Scorpion.
Empty overhead. And the trades there. Gonna go in Smoke's favor.
Blindside has been pretty locked in on the smoke piece all night. Has been as effective as it's been troublesome depending on the matchup spread. But we've now got at least 2 competitors in totality right now that love aggression. So if you're ready to witness some boxing, now is going to be prime time. And again,
there's the counter.
The brazen back 4-3. My concern is given Blindside's tendency to love to bait out armored specials from people. I wonder how many times Thumbless is going to pay the price for attempting that, but so far it hasn't been working enough to his detriment.
There are the staggers.
I was going to say, listen, at some point he's going to let it rip. You got to be careful, and here it is. Oh, he drops. Again, you got to be kidding me. He's so brave. I mean, that is basically an OS on defense, right? On that kick stream from Smoke to just rip out a special.
That too, and actually, Smoke managing to stay alive there despite the close race to the finish there.
Yeah, I wonder if Thumbless is going to regret not spending that fatal now, but we'll see.
He says, I can stagger too.
And again, he's
Smoke
letting
in
that
the corner.
armor rip. Gets the overhead. Nice confirm. Nobody daring to duck that back 3-1 string as of yet.
Yeah. It's so. I think there's an alternative string they can go for, isn't there? I think that's what I was trying to fish out.
Yeah, but it's hard because the risk reward is kind of against Baraka, right? Like if they do go for that alternative string, they're kind of just getting knocked down and trying to discourage you from doing it ad nauseum. But if you do duck the high, you get full combo punch.
Valuable knowledge. Going for broke.
No, drops the Ender's Air. Just needs to connect with something and manages to not only avoid Striker, but hit him too. Is this going to save us? It will. What should have been a death sentence for Thumbless Combat turns into an air of opportunity as he manages to lock in the what we like to call the fucking fatal blow.
Playing that mini game for the maximum damage.
Final round. Fight.
All right, but how is he going to operate without it? That's a free get out of jail card, but you can't have it forever. Now that it's been spent, it is gone.
You're going to win out in the air. Yep.
Oh, it pushes forward to get past the Striker nades. Also depends, could have been bad timing from Thumbless Combat potentially. But still, Blindside able to move forward. That's going to be freaky.
Opting to go for corner advantage. But Smoke, ever omnipresent, able to get out of this, no problem.
And Thumbless spending the breaker gives away his arguable biggest resource, which is his armored back 4-3. Won't be able to use it for a bit. Okay, next with the logo, yeah, and
has to break away.
Oh, manages to connect barely. Just cannot deal with that back 3, and at this point he could try to chip sequence him out, but he's got to be careful about fishing for it, and Blindside manages to find it eventually and get that first point on the board again.
Challenging that throw, yes, going with those low pokes to just edge out the win. Refusing to block and get thrown.
Remember, guys, too, this is different. We're not playing for one of our tournament lives. We're playing for our tournament life right now. So the stakes are high.
Yes.
Baraka. Smoke.
Gonna stick with the Baraka here.
Scorpion. The Fire Temple.
Through and through.
Sure seems dangerous.
No more than NetherRealm smoke. Round 1. Fight.
Overhead. Yeah. And you see them refusing to let go of their turn, those pokes trading with each other until someone gets a combo going.
Pneumonia, I'm installing an app on my browser tomorrow to specifically filter out all of your comments by themselves. Oh, beautiful teleport to get away from the Oki pressure there. There's the jump and kick, poorly timed nades, but they would have been protective had we gotten blocked, and now Thumbless continuing to push this pressure.
Very nice.
Fight.
There it is. Pressure is relentless. No, where you going? You ain't leaving this corner.
Oh, able to get out.
Yep.
Just jumped over it. The easiest answer to most situations if it's available.
Backs up. Very smart.
Oh my God, he lets it rip again. Thumbless Combat has a favorite special move, guys. Let me tell you.
Does it involve a back, a forward, and a 3?
Maybe.
just a wild guess.
Wonderful read on your part. Oh, clips again, and I mean, it's just if it's getting the job done.
Oh, show me the meaning of being cornered.
This is gonna bring us back to a 1-1 state here, ladies and gentlemen. This next victory will be the first elimination tonight. A lot of pressure on these fellas' shoulders to lock in. You do not want to ruin it for your team. Who's gonna get it done, Blue or Thumbless?
Baraka.
Oh, and it does seem like we're gonna get the unfortunate DQ from the side of JP and Hey Venus in the background. So let me update that on Challenge. There's also, again, guys, mistakes on the accessible bracket. 100% my fault. I probably copy and pasted a name in the wrong spot. We will get it fixed for you.
Yes, it will be updated. We'll take the time together to make sure that's looking good by the end of the night.
No more than Earthrealm.
That does mean that the Demon Slayers will be locked in for a top 4 tomorrow on winner side semifinals.
All right.
I'm requesting to appeal the decision for me to use my 2 lives, as I'll be J and my other half will be P. I really love the attempt.
Baraka slugging it out here in the same corner.
Alright, nice patience. Again, not a lot of people still brave enough to duck that as of yet. Oh, there was an opportunity to punish there that was
present company included. Okay.
Oh,
I'm just gonna chase him down. That's ridiculous. He went whoosh, 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 and the last whoosh connected.
I will say I am curious if Thumbless does manage to progress past Blindside, how TJ is gonna shut this down. If we go right back to Rico, I don't know how easy it's gonna be for Baraka to get past that back forward too.
Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Blindside trying his best, getting in with those low pokes, but you gotta be careful here. This is the distance, dude. Thumbless Combat is just the king of neutral skips.
Oh my goodness! The down two. There's the launcher.
Yeah, he's been fishing for that too. The armor again. You have to understand that he's not gonna stop. It's so important. I really think if you were fighting against Thumbless Combat, your win con is just holding R2. Like at some point he's gonna let it rip.
Oh.
Got under it, but didn't believe enough in the armor again. You have to accept that he's not going to stop. The biggest mistake is engaging in it with him, and now Thumbless Combat got the first elimination for his team off of the Slash Street Boys, off of nothing but audacity and gall.
You know, I think how poetic is it that TJ will have coming in just the equal same amount of gall. You saw it earlier, so it's going to be the battle of the armors, the battle of the rushdown and the oppression. I fully expect to see that.
100%.
Yeah, and if it comes to those two guys playing it out, I mean, that's what you're going to see. But for now, TJ going to be taking on Kid Vision.
Yeah, and keep in mind that Thumbless is still going to be waiting in the weeds just in case his presence is needed. If it's up to him, Kid Vision will just eliminate this entirely, but Dauntless has been playing pretty effective, pretty on the money, and pretty brave all day today. I don't think he's too nervous about having to run it back if need be. But let's see if Kid Vision even bothers having to call in the assist, or if the Katana herself can just get the job done. Again, freaky character. We've seen Kid Vision put on some pretty strong work on the board throughout different points of today's bracket. This will be another opportunity to do so. And again, I'll say this for the last time so I don't chew your ear off. This is for all the marbles. A loss here means elimination from the tournament in general, and we will not see you tomorrow. So if there's any time to lock in, it's going to be right now, guys. We've got $1,004 prepped on the match arena, and potentially more if you want to head over there and claim your coupon codes. Again, !match arena in chat will get you the link. You can head over there, log in with any one of your socials, find the claim code button on the right-hand side of the screen under contribute, and donate for free using one of our remaining 34 coupon codes plus 25 cents per code. We'd be very grateful. With that said, let's get this next match underway. As TJ the Blind Gamer will be looking to eliminate Kid Vision here.
Kitana. Goro.
And we're coming back in with the Omni-Man Goro.
And Kitanita.
I like that. I'm stealing that
My
one.
sister will never abdicate her throne.
I'll crush you, your sister, and that throne.
I've got all sorts of nicknames. A buffed up Kitana in Invasions is called Tank Katana.
Yeah, something tells me you got a little crush on Katana. You got seven baby names linked up. Melina, as long as she's on her medicine.
Melina, as long as she's behaving herself. Indeed, I think that's the way we roll around.
Yeah, some fellas like her when she's not. You want to talk about some freaks.
Yeah. Oh, look at this damage though. Already, Omni-Man flying everywhere, pulling 50 Shades of DBZ around here.
Yeah, now keep in mind too, this was again TJ's kind of counter strategy in previous matches to this, right? It was just to pull out the Omni-Man, stay airborne, and just find moments to come in as a tactical nuke and potentially use Goro for pickups. He also does like the fly drop on block into Goro into forward 4 to kind of jail competitors that are trying to mash after that sequence. And of course we've seen outside of his zippity doodah kind of approach to neutral, his ability to confirm with Omni-Man is as solid as anybody else's in the game. So it's going to be on Vision to try to, again, be a more elusive target. Otherwise TJ might just take advantage, and here he is already pushing P. Nice block, and here's Vision with the response.
Lines of life.
Oh, nice armor on that sequence. Again, it's been a little predictable. It goes for the same one every time. You can plan around that 4-4, you can shut it down. But TJ also a little brazen, similar to our past Baraka player.
Tit for tat, right? Yeah, look at this armor.
Like, my chesticles will be there. Well, I don't know if he could have got fatal off of that pickup.
Oh no!
Oh, he's trying to find the right moment to approach. It's literally the next hit. Oh, and the square wave gonna catch him in the testiculars. Little testatickle from Katana at full screen distance there. Too slow on the punish.
We are officially wild and
Vision might be able to lock down a pretty nice lead here. Here we go with the pickup. And those are the most beautiful setups, right? It's a hit confirm if it lands, and it's a pressure sequence if it doesn't.
Right. It's so plus that you do have to block after Goro connects. Unless you're getting launched.
Oh, got hit by the tail end of square right there.
Oh, that's a bad exchange there.
Oh, wrong version of Goro or wrong timing, regardless.
But it's still knocking him down.
Oh my God, this man is the Prince of Pecs.
This is one manic first set.
Oh, that's punishable. We let it rock. We got the back throw at least. Into the C4. I mean, can we fatal this? That we can. It might come down to the minigame depending on the scaling. I don't know. I do not like this.
The throw. Here we go.
Problem is, if it doesn't kill this, it just leads into a chip sequence that win comes anyway. No, we have a decent chunk. Oh, I forgot about the Movado pickup at the end, and then the straight Projectile. Where are you going? Kid Kid Vision 1 point away from locking this down for the Deadly Alliance that will move them into top 4 spots tomorrow on loser side. Somebody please.
Kitana utilizing all of the options there on knockdown, making a difference. All right, TJ, time to buckle down.
Kitana.
Yeah, if he can get past this, then he'll still have thumbless combat awaiting on the other side, but one
yeah,
issue at a time. We've got to get through Vision first.
Yes, I want to see that. I want to see them slug it out. That's just going to be a bloodbath, 100%.
Yeah, and I know TJ's potential to take us there. But we got to do a little better on the risk-reward calculation. I think, again, the guerrilla tactics definitely beneficial, but we've got to wager how often we want to rep that as our offense. It's providing Kid Vision enough opportunities to answer back, and that's where it gets scary.
Surrender.
And subject them to your tyranny?
And the Omni-Man is locked in.
Round 1. Fight.
Ride or die. Here we go. Oh.
Here's the pickup. Nice, the Goro scoop for what skis? How much did we get off of this? 43? All right, that was sneaky. I like it. I like it.
And then the buffed up throw. 15%.
Oh, just completely titty tickled past the fan. Not concerned about it at all. And TJ is a man possessed.
Round 2.
Those are the adjustments we like to see.
Pure Viltrumite violence. Oh, block the Movado, but you do have to remember Movado scoop is plus on block, unfortunately.
For some reason.
Yeah, it's not your turn. Oh my god, he was just standing in Katana's face while we were adored. There's no way we anti-air square rate with down one on the start. And far away from the C4. I don't think we have to be concerned about it at all. Backcracker. Goro scoop again. Did we get any more in the corner for it? No, maybe a more advantageous Oki situation. Nice block on the armor. That was the fastest wake-up fatal I've ever seen in my life. And that is going to throw out that win potential for TJ the Blind Gamer. Is going to have another chance to try to get this going here, but Kid Vision is sitting on match point. Too slow on the punish. Oh, we got the Goro pickup off of the down to. Okay, sure.
Another
this is where the mind games begin. The armor break saving him.
Katana catching up with damage.
Square wave zoinking him out the sky. A little waste of the Movado cameo there. Gonna get punished for his trouble here too. This is where we're talking about managing the risk-reward statistic. We've eaten a couple combos that we maybe didn't have to if TJ could have slowed himself down a bit. Unblockable Goro stomp. Gonna whiff completely, but he gets this pickup. I mean, you have to spend fatal almost as fast as you can, no?
Oh!
That does work. This also, I'll tell you why this is smart. This buys time for the Goro cooldown cameo meter to come back, so he will have access to him again if this doesn't kill anyway, which it looks like it's going to. TJ keeping his team alive. Earshot, you got your wish. You wanted to see TJ versus Baron Sun. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Oh, thumbless combat.
Oh, sorry, thumbless combat. My bad.
Yeah.
You wanted to see the matchup continue, and here we go.
It's coming. It's going to be the battle of wills. I'm telling you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're sitting on top of a rag, because that was a quencher, guys. I hope you've been doing your Kegels. All right. Put in the pressure on these teams. Thumbless combat is going to have to come back in here now. And oh, they're queuing up again. Was that not the end of it?
Was that 2-1 or 1-1?
Was that not 2-1 on the side of TJ, guys? Am I behind?
Oopsie.
Scorpion.
All right, if they're still playing, I'm assuming they're counting. Maybe I'm wrong.
Wuxi Academy. You want to save?
One. Okay, never mind. Let me put the name back.
And subject them to your tyranny?
That victory was just so hard. It felt like 2.
Here we go. The overhead.
I'm not tired of the set yet. I'm ready to see a little more of it.
So now we have a Scorpion joining the fight.
Yeah, and it's fine too, because how much utility have we really been getting off of the Mabato cameo? You know, like I think at this point, Vision's been doing a pretty good job of securing like the exchanges between themselves and TJ. So locking in on the extra damage so that you don't have to force as many situations is not a bad strategy, and it's working out so well so far.
100%. And now Kitana with corner advantage gonna push her opponent right into that corner, forcing TJ to break away. Walking him down.
We're getting some opportunities here. He has a big confirm for him. Gets the drop, goes for the goal pressure. Side switches to make the situation interesting. And it's just trying to find Vision in the dead space there. Vision with the big heart to block will pick up here. I can't believe he just got to peck push out of it. Oh, wasn't high enough to avoid the projectile the way that he wanted. Thunderclap! Oh, into this. I mean, if she doesn't break, yeah, she has to. Oh, is that guaranteed? Oh, it is! Oh, have you made the biggest mistake of your life? You're taking to the skies versus Opti-Man? Final game, final round between these two.
That's what we like to see.
This is exactly how TJ started the momentum switch in the match previous to this. Can he do it again to lock himself down? There's a big punish opportunity missed. A little too slow on the response. Kid Vision gonna take advantage. Oh, nice patience too from Kid Vision. Remember, that's the same goal setup that TJ's been using 100 times. Not taking the bait, just gonna hold on to block. Drops the extra conversion, but this life lead is ridiculous. We've got a 70% life lead so far.
TJ trying to minimize damage with those flawless blocks.
Oh, and there's a punish opportunity there. No meter to break. Yeah, this was going to be this. You had to armor. We can make sure the hit was chunky enough, and Kid Vision going to get the job done.
Brutality.
Locking it down for the Deadly Alliance, eliminating TJ and Blindsight, the Slash Street boys from today's bracket. We will not see them tomorrow, unfortunate as it may be.
Goodness.
But what a set. Again, congratulations here to both teams. TJ, the blind gamer, not able to secure it, and we're going to say an unfortunate goodbye to one of our favorite teams this year's Sento Showdown, the Slash Street boys. Thumbless and Kid Vision doing the work necessary to lock it down, both carrying their independent weight on their team. Boy, that does lock us in for what will be our top 4 competitors tomorrow. We've got 2 teams on winner's side and 2 teams on loser's side. On semifinals or winners finals, we'll figure out how to label it tomorrow. You guys understand kind of like thematically where it's lying. Winner's side will be Team Controlled Chaos taking on the Demon Slayers. And on loser side, it will be Project X13 versus the Deadly Alliance. Winner side will still have 2 tournament lives, and then loser side will have 1 tournament life. It'll be our day 2 tomorrow to solidify our competitors and who will get into that 1K prize spot and who will not be able to make it. Can you clarify which that I would have to play again? You'd have to we'd have to rewind the Demon Slayer final spot thing. We could go over it later. I don't want to waste too much stream time talking about it. So with that said, that kind of like pulls us in for the totality of our sets today. How's everybody feeling about it?
I gotta say this though, like as far again, I can and TJ kind of echoed my sentiment. Like 2 out of 3 is insane. You know, like it kind of reminds like of how other tournaments when you watch them, right? When it was versus 2, when the pro competition did it, you know, it's ridiculous. And you also see it in Street Fighter, right? You see it in Street Fighter, like, you know, it's basically, you know, 2-0 or 1, you know, 1 or 2, or like, and the matches just go fast, dude. So, I mean, it was insane. And I think we got some great matches, and looking forward to tomorrow. I think tomorrow's gonna be extremely sweaty, dude.
There's no more matches. I thought we had to play again. Matches, what team is No Vision on?
Project X13.
Okay, yeah. No, so you do have to play, but tomorrow.
But tomorrow, dude. Yeah, tomorrow.
You're in for day 2, so You'll be good as stone. Get some rest, eat some good food, prep up, get some sleep. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m., whatever the other thing was. I'm horrible at time zones. Don't ask me. Check the doc. We will be live again with day 2 of the Sento Showdown Season 5 to figure out who's going to be taking a nice cut of that $1,000 prize pool. So we'll be excited to see you guys. Be ready to tune in. And does anybody make sure to check out that match, Reno, if you haven't already. Any last words before we go through this outro?
Absolutely. Just congratulations to the other teams that made it, and thank you to everyone who signed up and participated. Definitely, the tournament is what it is because everyone is here and making the most of their matches and playing that out. Shout outs to the volunteers. Thank you, Kevin, for helping us hold it down on commentary, and to Ketanye and Pneumonia D in chat, and the rest of the team working behind the scenes as well. Appreciate you all for being here. Rorschach, I don't want to leave you out of it. Yes, for off-stream moderating as well. Rattlehead, you have the last word.
No problem. Basically, yeah, shout outs to everybody. Of course, like I mentioned at the beginning, shout outs to Vic Chao and Jennissary also, and TQT for providing the trailer. And of course, JP as well for the behind the mindset and CashFlow. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate all of the viewers. We appreciate all the viewers. We got follows as well. We also had a few subscriptions, and I did mention that the subscriptions would also be added to the pot. And yeah, don't forget that match arena, y'all. You can use codes for free. Just log in with any account. Use those codes. Let's get them all used up. We still got a few left. So tomorrow is your last chance, so we can pay these top players now. Guaranteed tomorrow, actually. Top 4. Everybody's getting paid tomorrow, right? But we'll see who actually takes the crown, who is going to be the Sento Showdown Season 5 champion. Whether it be a new crown champion, regardless, it will be a new champion with a partner, right? That partner could be a repeat champion with a partner, or it could be have a brand new team. So stay tuned tomorrow again, 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Good night.
Love you. See you then.
Credits appear. Special thanks to Diane H., Jennissary, Kevinmcolon, The Blind FGC, TQT 1995, Vic Chao,
Sento
The
Showdown.
Sento Showdown Team, Baron Sun, Blindside Blue, Captain Earshot, KH Rattlehead, Your Sins, Sento Showdown Volunteers, Ketanye, Pneumonia D, Rorschach the Brave. Subscribe and follow us on @Sento Showdown on YouTube, @Sento Showdown on Twitter, thesentoshowdown.com,